I'm not too sure. A part of me is contemplating whether that should be edited in or not. It is the Human Warrior of Rock. I'm the Human Warrior of Belch right now. Anyways, 3, 2, 1. Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. It is the Biendeo stream today on this fine 9th of February 2026. I hope you're having a wonderful week, and we'll have a wonderful week ahead of you. Sup Fetty, how are you doing? My week has been slightly fun, but also slightly ouchies. The tech market is crazy right now. Crazy as in it is not fun to find employment in this time and day. But you know what? We have fun with the time that we don't have to worry about, I guess. Is the bubble popping? Well, I mean, apparently I got some experiences, so I'll mention that in a bit. But right now, let's hop into the game. Whoop. Oh, that's the wrong aspect ratio. There we go. But yeah, so on the last week of stream, I literally did one dungeon. It was a really long dungeon. We were at the beginning of the Pirate Town, big fort of you know, fighting Pokemon, and then they were like, "Oh, come get your prize," and the prize was all the way after like 30 battles. And in this stream we'll keep going. Exactly, the big thing. Got a big thing. There we go. We caught a bunch of Pokemon along the way, and I think, you know, it's not about the Pokemon we beat. It's about the Pokemon we met along the way. Side note, why? Oh, because I didn't put background input on. So, that's all good. I may have a couple of news. Okay, sure. Spit it my way. Ito has sure done it. He wiped out Mirabee and his gang. Thank you. On behalf of the whole town, I want to thank you too. But there's also bad news. Headquarters warns that there is a mysterious organization that's plotting world domination. I don't know if that has any connection to Mirabee, but you should be careful. Don't do anything reckless. Okay. My stories can come afterwards. Start with your news. We'll go from there. But I'm pretty sure that's really it for everything we've got to do here. I don't really think that... Oh, there is one thing. I think there's a retro achievement for like returning to this one place in the big cave. But I also don't know if we're gonna get like mechanically caught out. Might as well just walk up. Just see what's going on up there. Worst case, I just hit my handy dandy restart button. You know, restart the stream. No one noticed. We still never got this lift working though, did we? But yeah, I wish I turned on background input. Actually, you know what? Bonus points. I'm gonna literally do it right now. So give me one hot second. I can't keep changing the aspect ratio while people are watching. That's not good. I gotta really stop doing that. I just need to turn on background input on the emulator because I always click off and I try clicking on things in chat and things on my notes, and then it's just like, I can't control the game while I'm doing it. But I'm pretty sure in the achievement set, sup Blob? I'm pretty sure in the achievement set it actually notes that there is a trainer fight somewhere in here, I think. Like it's literally, what is this? Pearson Pirate Cave in place of Mirabee. Yeah, that's all we gotta do is just navigate to where Mirabee was. Wherever that was, I've completely forgotten. You have me muted for now. Oh no, he cannot hear me. Blub. The aliens have come. I guess. I don't know. Do people know alien invasions like that? Maybe not, actually. I don't think we need to go here. We need to go further up. There we go. But yeah, so I'll briefly mention, yeah, no, searching for jobs in the job market is a bit painful because many recruiters, I don't know, this might be a me venting thing, and honestly it's like, well, you know, it's only, looking for jobs is only a problem while you're looking for jobs, but Yeah, the pain points I have is that you often find a lot of places that they hire through recruiters, and the recruiter gets their laundry list of like technical things that they need, but they don't actually know the product itself. They're more so hiring directly for the role. And then me as a person hiring, it's like, I would really like to know the product that I'm working on. And they don't really know. And I'm like, that's fine, just fast track me forward. Okay, like let's have a sync up or something. We'll join the Zoom call. And it's like, I'm in an empty Zoom call. I'm in an empty Zoom call. The recruiter's meant to be here. Yeah, you know, if it happened once, I'd be like, how odd. It's now happened twice. I'm now a bit about that one. I've got a insidious feeling. If it's not yeah, this guy's here. I'm Miracle Bee. I'm Mirror Bee's rightful successor, going to get me an afro. This is like a secret fight. I don't think a lot of people even know it is here. But its Pokemon are a bit higher level, and I do worry this is going to cop me right now. You've got a bit of an opportunity to take them out. So I don't actually have to take them out just now, but I've got the means, I've got the grounds to do it. I love the change on the music on this one. Electro might kick my butt, so I actually feel like it might be very neat to take out Seaking. No, this is the regular version. Well, let's switch to physical attacks after that one. Yeah. What an amusing version of the song, though. It's great, so... But yeah, so, now, I don't know, the recruiters could be a little bit, you know, just here and there. They could just be, like, a bit sloppy. The more insidious way of maybe, feeling about it is that the, AI slop, maybe. This is not AI slop. I'm really relying on Confuse Ray hit, like, saving my butt on this one. There we go. It's really not that much damage, is it? Like, he's probably going to annihilate a decent chunk of me with Horn Attack here. And he's got 5 Pokemon, so I actually might be very caught out. Should we just restart and just, like, come back here later? Because I feel like I'm about to cop this. I've only got 2 people who are even able to take out level, you know, who are even matching this level. Lord of the Rings Conquest got fan service is back online. Yeah, I'm feeling I'm probably going to be copping it. I've got revives, but maybe it's a bit too early to be trying to fight this guy. Because now he's gonna... Yeah, he's basically got a full team. How about we're gonna... Let's just give it a reboot. It's a bit too soon. It's a bit too soon. Hold on. Reboot button. There we go. That's a console reset. There we go. I have not heard of Lord of the Rings Conquest. But it's not Lord of the Rings Online, because they never did shut down the servers on that one, so... The last game by Pandemic. Ah, rip Pandemic. Well, we can come back here. Apparently on the thing, it says he vanishes after the player has defeated Evice. And I don't know how long we get until we have to fight Evice, but we've got a bit. Based on the engine of Battlefront 1 and 2. Well, that's nice that people have brought that back online. Good on them. But yeah, so the insidious feeling I have about recruiters is that, a part of me feels like there's a degree of leverage that the recruiter might have over both, well, actually, particularly over the employer, because I feel like they're the ones who kind of cop out on this one. The employer may not necessarily have all the details about how every single, the air feels less dirty. Wow. There's nothing that eludes the notice of my fortune telling. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The key to freeing Pokemon from that black aura. Is in the north. Up north, that's where my grandpa lives too. Oh my gosh. Somebody already got the job. Well, it might not even be that, like, someone already got the job, but, like, I mean, they might have, you know, they might kind of wait until they've found someone who feels like they fit the job. But yeah, instead of, like, really, you know, engaging with other people in the system, they just take it easy. They might overbook themselves, they might just be real sloppy and just spend the time doing nothing. But the point is that after some extensive search, and we viewed so many candidates, and by viewed, I mean they did a Zoom meeting where they didn't even show up, they go with the one candidate that they locked in ages ago. So they'll, you know, maybe that's the thing. They keep up with one candidate, but, like, they sort of have their mind decided already. Which unfortunately leads, you know, me as someone trying to, you know, I guess, get a job. You know, I waste a few hours going through this. Oh yeah, this place is great, other than the kind of blurry grass. But, you know, it's a nice place. Welcome to Alligator Village. This village is home to trainers who are once considered experts. And of course, they're Pokemon. I would think that it is too early for you people to settle here. This is for old people. It's a retirement home. And we got a Torchic. People having starter Pokemon? How could they? I love how this person has a hat on the hook, and yet still you are wearing a hat. But yeah, you know, it especially wastes a little bit of my time as you know, someone seeking a job. But I feel like it's especially scummy for the business who hires the recruiting firm, because they get a subpar candidate and they're paying, like, for quite a bit of extra time for the recruiter. This is all a bit of an extrapolation, because obviously I don't know what's going on. To me as an applicant, I only know that there is a role for some business. This is the other thing I hate. I hate that they don't tell you who the business is. I think the main reason why they do that is so I don't just short step them and just go straight to the business themselves. But on the flip side, it means I'm ripe for abuse if the you know, the recruiter doesn't want to do things the right way, and if they're sort of, you know, feigning it there. We can get some scent. Wow. I bet you can guess what scent does. Have you ever battled at the Fenner Colosseum? Not long ago, I won a challenge. Oh, okay, you thought you were going to give me that TM. We see a lot of young people here. We got little capsule machines, capsule monsters, if you will. Yeah. They wouldn't need to withhold. Well, exactly. I feel, yeah. And it's weird because, like, personally, I've never gotten a job through a recruiter. And not because I haven't tried, but because I've just been more lucky with an actual, like, job. E-guns from this place. Oh my goodness. And here we have a nice cutscene here. Grandpa Egan! Grandpa Blah! Gosh, her parents' names sound like sicknesses. Ugh. I missed you! Ah, Muriel, welcome. We heard that you were coming, but then you didn't arrive. We were worried about you, dear. You finally arrived. What held you up? I had just this terrible time. On the way here, I was abducted by these creepy people. Luckily, I was saved by Biendeo, who happened to be there by coincidence. Oh, how frightful. Thank you so much for saving our granddaughter. But why would anyone want to harm Muriel? It's probably because I could see these bizarre Pokemon. They're shadow Pokemon. Pokemon that have been turned into fighting machines with hearts of darkness. Shadow Pokemon? What on earth is that? Ah! You got us a serious situation. Some outsiders went into the relic forest. What? Who are they? I don't know. They shut me inside it. That's enough talk. I can wait. It can wait. I'm off. There he goes. There he goes. I assume there's no more news on the TV. Mirror B, the brutal crime lord of Pyrite Town has been defeated and driven out of town. Reports claim that 2 young people were behind Mirror B's downfall. Their identities and where they came from are unknown. Thanks to their heroic work, Pyrite Town should hopefully return to its peaceful ways. That was it. Alright, I need to go up the stairs. Oh, that's nice. Resting for free. Wow. So, but yeah. Also, hold on, back up a bit. Is that a framed picture of Torchic? Beautiful. Legendary. But yeah, so, yeah, if anyone's in the Sydney area hiring, feel free to shout me a resume. I literally, for reference as well, I actually put my, just biendeo@biendeo.com as a fairly public email address, so send me whatever if you've got weird email stuff. Don't scam me, but you know what I mean, like, you know, I'm looking for a nice software job somewhere, so hopefully the recruiters are cool with it. Also, we have a daycare, which is very neat that we actually have that here. And the name rater, if you're the kind of person to rate names. I don't really think there's much need to do it in this game. Unless you transfer these. Can you even... Wow! That's a long talk right there. But yeah, so hopefully the job search isn't going on for too long, but yeah, every day it always feels like pain. You go out, you put your effort into it, and then it's like, will I get recognized or not? I think I saw someone call them auditions, basically. It's like, sometimes the recruiter just has, or the HR person you're talking to, or an actual engineer, they just have an idea of what your, you know, what the ideal candidate is. Stuttering. And if you don't fill those boxes in 30 seconds, no point in the rest of it. But sometimes they have a process that forces them to go through the rest of it. What's this Xeno's Saga episode 2 layout here? You got this whole side cut down here, and it's not where I'm meant to go. There's all these boxes everywhere though, I swear. Ooh, I got a very stuck over there. Which you'll never recover. Is it a track meet for the old folks? Gee, they're energetic. How could you do that? What is this unseemly ruckus? It's important that a trainer always remain calm. And you can heal, I guess, if you couldn't heal at the other side of town. Is that another framed picture of Torchic? Wow. I got style right there. And yeah, there's the cave, which we can go into in a hot moment. They do like them Torchics. Well, I mean, they had a Trico, so maybe they do love this the third gen starter Pokemon. Alright, we gotta find a way to get to that box. How do you think you get there? I got a secret. You ready? You like Mudkips? Yeah, I heard you like Mudkips. Hold on. There it is. There it is. You'd think that's a very important item that would probably have a bit more noteworthy, but nah, the experience share is just chilling back there. Alright, well, given that I really do want Flaffy to have some levels. Now, if only I could have more experience shares, but still. So for reference, yeah, like a regular third gen experience share. Actually, it's in second gen onwards until what's the first gen? 6th gen gets rid of the experience share, or rather, it's got it as a key item, and you enable it, and it just enables experience for all Pokemon, which I think is fine, except it does make the game rather easy. They don't exactly balance the game around the fact the experience share could be on.
Hey, what? Here comes another meddler. That old man earlier, he trampled me when I let down my guard, but that won't happen again.
Do you get trampled by an old man? How could you let that happen? Actually, it's probably because you can't see out that thing.
I've got tunnel vision.
Yeah. So in the meantime of unless you got more news for me, because I got a very long topic. Let's knock out this field and then use Psybeam on... Can I use Psybeam? He's Dark type, actually. So I can't use Psybeam. Yeah, I'm gonna get caught out on Psybeam, so rip. I guess we're gonna just commit to using Reflect. Yeah, not much to say about the employment thing. It's like, you know, when it happens, it happens. While it hasn't happened, it's the long anticipation I've got some stories from the downtime, but I will leave those stories for a hot moment. Rock Smasher. That goes to show, Rock Smash. Rare PCFX game translation. We are translating games at an at a very remarkable rate. Also, only 2 Pokemon? I always find that's weird about, like, every Pokemon game. Like, I know it's more for a pacing reason, but it is kind of curious when you go into a trainer encounter and it's like they're not rocking a very large team, because that's what carries you through most of the game. Ouchies! Japanese women pro wrestling. I do enjoy Japanese women pro wrestling. Why are the villagers here so strong? Like fellow PCFX title Battle Heat, the gameplay in Queen of Queens is semi-interactive. I do like FMV games. So does that mean there is a real Japanese women pro wrestling you're watching? Do you like grass types? Because this guy's got 2 grass types, I guess. Ooh, 10 of them. Well, we're gonna have to 1, check it out, and 2, get a retro achievement set for it ASAP. I can't work on it though. I've still got my Guitar Hero stuff, which I will provide an update for eventually. But yeah, I think I have to do the monthly check-in in like a week. So we'll wait on that. Comment says about one of them. About one of them. God made the devil for fun. Only one of the real thing he made Acha Kong. Either this guy's seen some stuff or he hasn't seen enough yet. Side note, by the way, I was going to mention the fact that Overwatch 2 has now been called Overwatch 1. Like, what's the point? We went through this whole era of, like, Roblox attempt failed. We went through this whole era of rebranding, making a big sequel for the game, and then they spent, like, a year. I'm not feeling well. Okay. Ooh! Scared you, didn't I? Oh my gosh. We went through all this effort of making a big fancy sequel, and not only did people go, huh, all they did was they sort of released the same game again, except they made it a 5v5 game, which doesn't really work as well. And then after a while, they... I guess... How long has it been? 5 years? 4? 5 years? And they called it quits. They said that was it. They're done with Overwatch 2. They're just calling it Overwatch 1. And also, by this point, they've also reintroduced the 6v6, which means it functionally would be like the first game. Obviously, the balance is a bit all over the place, and they've got, I think, 12 new characters over the course of it being Overwatch 2, which is not a very big amount. I think Marvel Rivals in 1 year has had 13 characters. I don't mind the slow burn of characters, but it's like, what are you guys doing? Especially for the fact that people did pay for the game, I guess. Well, I don't know. I don't expect post-game content, post-launch content. It's an added bonus for what you are playing. But it does kind of burn a bit because, yeah, like, what are they doing? Don't just re-implement things and bring things back to... I mean, bringing things back to normal is nice, but, like, what did we gain here? It kind of felt like we wasted time, and now you're on par with a game that came out, like, 8 years afterwards, all of a sudden. Which seems very odd. And before you say, oh, it's just like Overwatch 1, they have Lucio Ball every year. Using Confusion on a Dark type? What are you doing? Yeah, although they did announce Jetpack Cat as being an actual character finally, so we do have that. But I also do kind of feel like, you know, I've been there, done that with Overwatch. I'm out, I'm done, see ya. When did I stop? I think it was early 2019 I stopped. It was, either early 2019 or 2020. So some characters I don't think I've experienced at all. Anyway, I mentioned that because one of the characters is called Domina. I remember someone calling, I am shocked over this loss. I remember someone calling Domino like the typical Dommy Mummy archetype. I'm not too sure if that's accurate, because like I said, I have to play the game and also watch a bit of stuff. But the fact that the name is Domino is like, maybe there's that. Check out this secret path down here, by the way. I don't really think... also, Quick Claw. This item is useful because it makes you sometimes go first. It's like a priority move. Just secretly there at all times. I don't really think it's like, you know... There's more to a character than just the Rule 34 nature of it all, we'll just say. But certainly, Overwatch found a lot of secret success in that, and I don't think it's exactly been wise for them to not go down that route for future characters. I don't know. It seems odd. People just don't want to play as the characters they don't find as attractive, despite the fact that we're in first person. We got a translation of the best version of Tales of Fantasia, Tales of Fantasia X. There are a lot of PSP games with X in the name. And by a lot, I mean maybe 2. I could think of Dracula X. Xenoblade X is not a PSP title. Oh, Muriel! Egon's in a heap of trouble. What shall we do? What shall we do? Egon might be the mythical trainer, but he's pushing his luck if he thinks he can battle at his age.
You! Who are you? What are you doing here?
Although you may ask why we are here, we simply cannot answer that. I can see that you are a senior citizen, but I cannot allow you to interfere with our affairs.
At least it's a gentleman about.
You're the ones interfering. Shady creeps like you, I'll personally run out.
Now, someone so old shouldn't overdo it.
Don't take me for a fool. I'll have you know I was once hailed the most powerful trainer. That isn't all either. I have a comrade with whom I've been through thick and thin. This is the first Pokemon I got, and it's been with me ever since. Okay, Pikachu, we haven't battled this much in a while. Let's keep focused.
Oh, he's going for it. He's going for it. No way, no scrubs. It's a nice arena. Ooh, but he's got a hit on top. I was bundled with Tales of Fantasia Narukiri Dungeon X, a remake of a spin-off for GBA. Also, it's a level 50 Pikachu. We're gonna kick his butt, right? Right? Bruh. Have you got an electric type attack? No? There's something wrong with this Pikachu, man. Seriously? He should be doing way better than this. I feel so bad for him. It is defective Pikachu. He did get paralyzed. This was the first Pokemon I have. Also me. It's the only Pokemon I have.
Ooh, didn't I say already? An old man shouldn't overdo it.
Grandpa Pikachu!
Buh.
How dare you! You'll never get away with this!
Ah, now here's someone who may show me a more enjoyable time. Very well, on guard.
Oh, okay. You might be wondering as well why this guy thought he could single battle this guy. I guess he was playing fair. Oh, so he's got Clampearl. I think Clampearl's... Is Clampearl a special wall? I always forget my base stats. No, it's a physical wall. Do not hit Clampearl with the physical. Although I don't exactly have a... I guess Geodude is also a physical wall, isn't he? New ScumVM update. I imagine you're aware. I am aware of the project. I use ScumVM. I was gonna say daily. It's not daily. I know of ScumVM quite a bit. So. Oh, here comes the Hitmontop. He's coming at you. Oh my goodness, it's a shadow Pokemon. So now I gotta try my best to catch this. Also, he's got Intimidate. Actually, Intimidate might be my saving grace on this one, because then I can drop a return and it probably shouldn't kill him. I worry that, Ooh, double edge. 12 bit. Ooh. I'm amazed how many titles are even in ScumVM, but I assume you can implement whatever. So let's drop a return on Hitmontop. It is a high damage move, but with the Espeon's not the best physical attacker, and also with the Intimidate, that should make it a bit more palatable to not wipe out this Hitmontop in one go. Also, he's got a Why Not. Everyone's secret 3rd gen Pokemon. That and Azurill. Oh my gosh, jeez. Me after seeing Pikachu absolutely, like, deal no damage. See, the problem is I don't exactly have a strategy other than maybe just using Taunt. He's stuck using the same attack again and again. I don't know. Might be an interesting one. The one time I'm using Taunt in a single-player game? What? They're making a VR port. I assume this is a... Also, that's not Taunt, but sure. It's a decent chunk of damage. Ouch. Ouchies. At least the Wynord is prepping for this one. Might as well just use Feint Attack on the Wynord, get him out of the way. I'm just chip damaging this guy, because I do worry about taking him out too much. I guess we're not getting anything else perfect Dark related, so you might as well. Take this! Triple kick! It's a bit painful. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Ooh, this is a bit close. That is fairly a bit close. Alright, well, we'll just, we'll go in for the setup on this one. There's an interesting indie game called Night Hazard that's based on the 3D Castlevania's specifically Curse of Darkness. Oh, there you go. I don't know if the experience share even works on a Shadow Pokemon. Like, I don't know if it's actually giving anything because you're not seeing any experience go to them. No, Espeon! I knew thee well. That's okay, we got Quagsire, we can tank this. Alright, I don't really have a strat though otherwise, so I guess we're just gonna start throwing Pokeballs and deal a little bit more damage with Quagga. We could definitely tap him with another return, but I feel like we're at that point, we might as well get him. I don't think Hitmontop would be an easy catch. He seems like it'd be a little tricky. Also, it's very weird even catching Hitmontop, because Hitmontop is often a very rare one to find. Well, actually, you don't even find them, but like some games, like Fire Red and Leaf Green, will give you a Hitmonchan or Hitmonlee. I don't know if you can ever get Tyrogue in 2nd gen. Maybe you could breed for it. Sorry, in 3rd gen. And then, yeah, Hitmontop's kind of the special evolution of Tyrogue, if you've nailed it perfectly. So, there was a Nintendo Direct. I don't think there was really anything too big from the Nintendo Direct. It was nice to see more footage for Orbitals. And we did get... oh, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. Bethesda is back, baby. We got Todd Howard at the end. I don't know if there was anything that happened in the international directs as well. Did we get? We got some console generation releases as well, didn't we? Oh yeah, the Bomberman collection. Yeah. It was kind of interesting getting like I appreciate localizations of old games that never did get localized. Because, I mean, at this point, it's like, you know, how hard is it to release an old game other than localizing it? So, yeah, console archives, which includes some PS1 games that do indeed still have the PS1 button layouts in-game. It's good fun seeing that. It's like, oh. As well as, Rave Racer is one of them. My only thing about the console archives is that they, Doraemon... Oh, exactly. Exactly. I don't hate, sorry, I like the idea of the console archives and stuff, but oh my gosh, yeah, the pricing is sometimes a bit absurd. They broke free of the ball! This guy is certainly fairly tricky, although Mischievous will probably be a good meme, because I don't think he can hit Mischievous. That could be a line. He broke free of the ball! His ball is shaking. I better try again. We got a Moon RPG. Man, he's really temperamental on this one. I worry that I would knock him out with another hit. And Shadow Rush is also gonna, you know, it's typeless, but it is also going to hit him with recoil. So I've only got so many goes before I guess we'll retry on this one. There's a reason why I saved beforehand. But it is also the first Pokemon. I would like to catch him at some point today, please. Thank you. Oh my goodness. I feel like I've had relatively good luck with the rest of them, but this Hitmontop might be a bit mean. They re-announced a new Turok game. They did. I'd seen that. I'm not too excited about it. I mean, it is Turok, but it's like, you know, Turok was novel at the time, and the reason why it's got the pedigree is because there's not a lot of Nintendo 64 first-person shooters out there. But now we're in the year of, there were so many shooters, everyone got tired of making shooters. So, like, I gotta be really sold on Turok. Not to say it can't do something good. It might come out, people might really enjoy it, but Kyoto Zandu, I did see that one. Oh my goodness, if he uses Shadow Rush again, I think he's gonna cop it. I think he might cop it. Don't cop it, Hitmontop. Ooh, he's cutting it fine. The only Xanadu game I've played is Fax Xanadu. I did like Fax Xanadu. It's got some quirks, it's got some weird quirks, but it's generally alright. Alright, this is my last shot, man. See, if the guy came out with 6 Pokemon, he could have, like, won by attrition against this Hitmontop. He wouldn't have even needed to try anything. Oh, you just waited until the last dramatic moment, didn't you? Well, at least we didn't need to restart on that one. I should have declined! The new Paranormal site. I did enjoy Paranormal site. I've been instructed to capture Celebi, then destroy the Relic Stone, but matters have not gone according to plan. I shall have to immediately inform Dakim, who has gone to Mount Battle. Oops, I dropped the folder.
Grandpa, are you okay?
I'm fine, but my partner... Oh, you're safe, good, you battled with honor.
Yeah.
If your opponent was any ordinary Pokemon, you would have won, so that was a Shadow Pokemon. Muriel and Biendeo, am I right? Thank you for helping us. We should go home for the time being.
What about the folder?
You really had me worried. Please don't do anything so rash and dangerous again.
I'm sorry, dear, but I couldn't very well let them have their way. Those crooks, they said they were out to capture Celebi and destroy the Relic Stone. Why? Might there be a connection between Celebi and Shadow Pokemon?
Oh no, that's no good. We came here because we thought you would know something, Grandpa.
Sorry to disappoint you. Oh yes, then we have a stone tablet. It's just as a stone tablet.
It's Patrick.
It's something about the relic carved into it.
Ah yes, we did have some stone tablet. Where could I put it away? Let me go look for it upstairs. It might take some time, so please be patient.
There she goes.
While she's looking, you might try gathering more information on Celebi. Go see an old man named Sinilor.
Sinilor. If you remember stuff. Okay. Alright. You all good? Ah, man, he's retired. He's watching the news all day. I keep up with the world despite not engaging in it. Old people are lame. I don't know. Making fun of old people is like very, very low blow, but also evergreen. Pragmata's fight mechanics. It's like Dead Space. I remember calling it the cute and funny Dead Space when I first saw it. And when I first saw it, I mean when they showed the trailer about this time last year, didn't they? Round E3. You have to hack the... Yes. I do like the system. Him on top actually would be a fairly neat Pokemon, given that he's already level 38. Because I think the game ends at around 60. So it's not like you have to gain too many levels, but like... Look at his attack! Jeez! Legit! He's set. He's actually a really set Pokemon. Compared to... Well... I mean, that's just underleveled attack. Sudowoodo would be okay. Swablu is fine. Like, some of these are, like, yet to evolve. Obviously, Swablu's one, Meditite's another one. Quillfish isn't one. Mantine would be a bit bulky, but sure. But honestly, like, other than, like, Bayleaf, honestly, you know, Hitmontop might actually be okay. And then, looking at these fellas, is Quagsire? No, none of these guys. Oh, actually, Mischievous is ready. Okay, sure. Mental note. And then, obviously, Slugma. I should have checked Slugma's stats. But I don't think any of these Pokemon are anywhere near as good as Hitmonlee, so I actually... Sorry, Hitmontop. So I actually might throw Hitmontop in, because I feel like Hitmontop might be a very useful member for later. Just for getting through this stuff. I like Slugma, but I don't have a great use for Slugma right away. People on Twitter, I'm glad that people are enjoying the demo. I do need to play 1 and 2. I did buy it recently. I started playing Hyrule Warriors. The Switch version. I say the original, but it's like the first game, but on the Switch. I played it briefly on the Wii U, and I feel like 60 FPS really makes it a lot better. I was really needing that 60 FPS. This is when I cue the typical... I've never played a Dynasty Warriors game, but I lie. I've played Dynasty Warriors 8, and I've also played Dragon Quest Warriors. But I feel like many people who play Hyrule Warriors probably haven't played a ton of other Dynasty Warriors games. And that's fine. I don't think it's intended to be a you know, long-running franchise tie-in. Trying to get 106... Ooh! How hard is it? I heard some real tricky things about Crash 4. And I don't know if that's just because people aren't used to 2D or to those kinds of platformers again, or whether it really is a very brutal game. And I haven't played it myself, so I can't attest to this. So the guys need the Pokemon. Pokemon's over here. Lemon corroborates. Actually, it was the guy's house near the Pokemon. The Pokemon was that place. Ugh, not good. It's mostly that playing 100%. But it's just like replaying for gems and stuff like that, right? Sure. Sinnoh, all right, you want to see my dad. He's been getting pretty forgetful lately, though. I'm afraid he might not be much help to you. Oh. Ah, you're Egon's beloved Torchic. Wow. No, wait, who'd you say you were? What's that? You wanted to ask me Sinnoh about Celebi? Have no fear, no problem. Forget something that important? That's not going to happen. Let me start with the relic in the Relic Forest. According to ancient lore, the relic is said to hold the power of time travel for Celebi. That mystical power is said to revive the most pleasant, most enjoyable memories of Pokemon. If only it worked on me and brought back memories of my youth. Would you like to hear? Oh, yeah, sure. To meet Celebi directly, you must use an item called the Time Flute. That is all one needs to bring Celebi to the Relic Forest. Celebi will surely cause darkness to flee from the hearts of any Pokemon. Well, that seems alright, but where do I get the flute? Can you tell me? No, he's going to tell me this line again. A nightmare to complete. Oh, the hidden boxes. Yeah, that sounds like pain. Kind of like mirror mode for a driving game. I don't mind mirror modes. Mirror mode doesn't mess with my muscle memory. I've also been playing Enthusia. And Enthusia, Konami PS2 racing game, Enthusia gets you to drive reverse on the Tsukuba circuit and the Nürburgring Nordschleife. And I am not used to driving backwards on the Nordschleife, and I don't think anyone is, because all the braking points are on crests. And, and especially somewhere on the northern side of the track, there's like a downhill corner, and it should be very uphill, and also very uphill after the corner, and instead it's just an absolute, like, death trap. Ooh, that's painful. That's painful. But I kind of get it. You know, games these days love doing permutations of the same content. Break every box in level without dying. Well, good news. I had to do that for the Crash 2 Retro Achievement Set. I haven't looked at Crash 3's Retro Achievement Set, so it might be the same thing.
Ah, Muriel, welcome home. I finally found the small tablet. That is the small tablet that has been passed.
Oh, sorry.
That small tablet has been passed down through our family over many generations. Examine it.
Okay. Where is it? It is tough, though. In Agate's mystic relic, Celebi's power shelters. A heart imprisoned by shadows, its last door shall be opened by the power within.
The relic must have some effect on shadow Pokemon. I will leave that for you to determine for yourselves.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Oh, by the way, did you remember we had an email mechanic? Hold on, I'm going back. I want to leave. Man, I need to check my phone. Want to know how to get the green gem? Do it in a very spoiler-free way. So now we can check the email, you know. Oh, emergency. Biendeo, we got big trouble. I just got word from our people that Mount Battle is under attack by a mysterious group of thugs. Okay. Hide properly here. Where is Mount Battle?
It's to the northeast. You can just see it.
Yeah. It is nice. I like the aesthetic. You know, you got the right amount of water, and especially as well, I think like the palate cleanser from seeing deserts and kind of rundown browns for a while. It's very nice to suddenly just see, you know, lush areas. It's kind of got that Sonic Adventure vibe better than Scarlet Violet, maybe. So if we go up to this thing, yeah, I really don't think we can do anything here, but can we not do anything right now? Well, I guess we'll need to get that flute, I guess. Returning back to the direct, we're getting not one but two of the concept games. I forgot which ones they were. I know you name dropped them earlier, but that's okay. Oops. I'm checking my little notes here. Actually, here's a question. Hold on. So none of the Pokemon I have are actually, like, the bar is all the way down, and I'm actually curious if it's because... So you need to spin the trash can during oh, Magic the Gathering Monopoly. Oh, really? Oh. Oh, that's an odd one. So hold on. So let me readjust my team for a hot second. And by readjust, I mean, let's just note we've got Bayleaf who's ready. Is Skiploom ready? Makuita's ready, Noctowl's ready, and I think we had Misdreavus. So we got 4 that are ready. Maybe. I haven't played Magic the Gathering, and I'm not a big fan of Monopoly, I guess, but I do like weird hybrid games. So... Alright, so hold on. If I just take Bayleaf, and we pop Bayleaf at the front of the party, and we move Quagsire back down, and move Misdreavus up. Because I have a feeling that I'm talking to the statue, which clearly you can interact with. The totem, if you will. And it's the fact that I don't have any shadow Pokemon that can actually be restored. Hybrid games, Exmorph. Ooh. I should give Exmorph a go. I got a lot of games I gotta get through this year. Spin the controller a few more times and the RC card will hit one weird place Nitro Box and there's your green gem. Everyone likes a weird gem like that. And by likes, I mean, ugh. That's not to say that Crash Bandicoot hasn't had its fair share of really obscure gems, though. Crash 2's, like, secret levels are just so obtuse. So hold on, if I go up to this thing now, there we go. So now it's the fact that we have Pokemon whose bar is all the way down. We can go up to this thing. And suddenly, he's happy. He's a happy chappy. And also he regained some moves. And also any experience that you kind of had for him. 883 experience is probably not enough, but it's at this point that I do need to start getting at least some levels on any other kind of Pokemon. We can't just keep leveling Umbreon and Espeon the entire game. But the challenge is that you kind of need to balance having Shadow Pokemon that won't level up and also, I guess, training the Pokemon that you could level up. They all get a ribbon as well. They get a nice little ribbon for being purified, so you know that they are indeed a purified Pokemon. How do I suppose know that without a guide? Toys for Bob. They do know how to capture the essence of various games. It's such a shame that Activision wouldn't let them make any more. So yeah, so all 4 of these Pokemon, I have their bars all the way down, so we can give them the Purify right away. But I'm not too sure how many I'd use. I really do want Hitmontop and Flaffy still in the team. But I think having a 2nd gen starter will be a great Pokemon to sort of keep going. Also, Steel Wing. Woo. But yeah, I still haven't locked in like what my team would be. So if we just check our what would this be? The snag list. There you go. So now you can see a list where indeed we do have Pokemon that have their hearts closed and all that stuff. It's just yellow because I haven't seen them in the list. Yeah. So I feel like getting Hitmontop back in the team. One, because he's level 38. He's kind of already gotten a bit more progress, but also because, I don't know, I feel like a lot of these beginning Pokemon are a bit on the weaker side. But it is kind of crazy. I mean, dealing with the Shadow Pokemon, you know, going into Hyper Mode and not attacking on that one turn. I mean, it's fine if you just keep them in Hyper Mode and they do indeed keep to your commands, but you know, at some point, I don't know. So we'll keep Flaffy in. I think Flaffy will make more sense than Misdreavus. I'm not a big Misdreavus fan. And I think Hitmontop would make a lot more sense for me compared to Marco Eater. So we'll keep that one in there. Slugma's a maybe. Quagsire's also a maybe. Maybe I'll use Quagsire instead of Noctowl, just because I do like Quagsire. It's always nice. The original 10 Pokemon. Yeah, I mean, that's always been the case, but usually what I've found is that, like, evolving Pokemon should be your sort of way to bring worse Pokemon back into the fray. But it's always a weird balance, because some games it is fine to do, and other games it's a bit weird. It depends on how you plot it out, I guess. And yeah, this one's fairly restricted because we don't have a lot of options. I can't go out and get, any other Pokemon. And also, on top of that, while they are Shadow Pokemon, you still don't have a way to level them up. So they just have to be idling in your party for a while until you, I guess, bring them up. So here we are, Mount Battle. Where you can experience a guy running around in circles.
It's terrible, terrible, I tell you, it's terrible. Mount Battle is under attack by a group of shady people. I'm sorry, bro.
Thinking about taking the Mount Battle Challenge? Forget about it! I'd keep clear of that place for now. I hear Mount Battle's been taken over by a bunch of trainers that use weird Pokemon. Listen. Nothing beats weird Pokemon like... Weird... Well, I use weird Pokemon all the time. Didn't I use Castform on my Sapphire team? Space Station. Oh, I do love Space Station Silicon Valley. Now, if only, I moved to leader. Would you like me to do that? Why would I ever want to do that right now? Because of those horrible people. You're off to Vanda, but why would everyone do that? Okay. Well, I mean, I keep saving everywhere. Still have watched last week's stream. Well, good news is that we've got a little bit of progress there. So for reference as well, you have to purify all, I think, 39 or 40 Pokemon in order to even... Oh. You must be here to save us. Oh. Please be careful. Oh, that's fine. Also, while I'm at it, let's throw Bayleaf at the front of the party. I'm not too sure if I have to, I guess, how would I put it? Yeah, okay. I'm not too sure if I have to, endurance this, or whether we can just back out here all the time. I think we can back out every so often. So we can keep checking in our team. But it is a slew of battles back-to-back. All training has been put on hold, but if you really must, sure. Panoramic shot of the waterfall in Green City. It is a very nice place. There's not that many locations, though. The fact that the map doesn't scroll and we've sort of hit the top, we really are, like, you know, more than halfway through all the areas in the game. And so it just involves, like, finding the rest. And really making our way through places like this. Like Mount Battle. So, anyways, Bayleaf is certainly my darling child Pokemon. We still do have Shadow Rush, although, honestly, like, I could just call Flaffy and just get this over with. Like, legit, we could just back out after this fight and restore Flaffy. And yeah, if we can get Bayleaf up to level 32, we can get a Meganium this stream and actually get an evolution. Oh my goodness. But the fact that we've got some Pokemon out of the Shadow form means finally I can be using a different party. And that's always good and exciting. Speaking of using a different party... Oh my gosh. Okay, never mind about that one. But speaking of using a different party, I have a story to tell, which is I have tried my... Did I just pick Trapinch instead of Numel? I'm an idiot. I saw him use Dig, and I don't know why, I just thought he wasn't the one using Dig. Almost out of news. You got a ton of news, man. You said you didn't have that much, but... The only thing is that we're getting a little level caught out on this one. It's not the worst, but... Yeah, let's get rid of this Trapinch. He's going to be a jerk to me. I'm not too worried about, like, failing these fights, because especially we got, you know, enough on the backup team. Any good Pokemon game you're obligated to use your starter in your party? Well, true. Bayleaf is not necessarily my starter, I guess, but Umbreon Espeon is really, really clutch. They seem to be carrying through quite nicely. So that's all good. I feel like many Pokemon games I actually don't use my starter all the time. 7's the middle road damage, isn't it? Also nice. Also not nice, but yeah, that's fine. We got Flappy all the way through. In the Japanese-only board game in Rival Schools 2 on the Dreamcast. Okay, there you go. Got that one. But yeah, speaking of trying out something else, I have done my somewhat regular revisit of Can I Run and Daily Linux. You have to use your starter. I guess true. I have tried to use Linux yet again as my daily driver, and before someone goes, oh my gosh, what do you mean you don't use Linux? You do software. I know. It's not because I don't know Linux, it's because Windows works generally well for me enough that I don't have to, I don't run into the problems that I need to switch over. And there are things I do that aren't software that obviously would be much better on Windows. Particularly, I have an NVIDIA GPU, and the immediate thing that basically deterred me from running Linux right now, I tried using Bazzite as a curious one. I know some people are going to make comments about immutable operating systems as well. But the key things I wanted to see was Windows 11 has been getting certainly worse. It sort of was blue screening on me a bit, usually when I turned on the computer for the first time. And I realized that it turning on for the first time actually is, like, I think it's the result of the Dell display driver. So I found that one out eventually. I can uninstall that and fix that later. And obviously switching operating systems won't fix that, you know what I mean? It just means I'm not using the display driver. We might as well heal, and we might as well purify Flaffy while we're at it. Finally, one last news. Okay, you can let me know while I keep going on about Linux. I'll read you a note when you go for it. But yeah, the one key thing that turned me off from Linux after trying to use it. Did I just go deaf for a moment? That was a really quiet heal, wasn't it? Jeez. But one thing that really deterred me was I was only getting about like 20% of the, sorry, 80% of the FPS. I was losing a significant amount of frames a second on various games I was testing. Not necessarily all of them, but Shadow of the Tomb Raider was the one I particularly used as a benchmark, just because it's got the native Linux version, it's got good compatibility under Proton, but I wasn't achieving what I could do under Windows, which was very odd. Bazzite is an immutable Linux distro, and in particular that means that everyone's sort of got the same set of drivers and I guess like core operating system elements, which is great for consistency. It kind of sucks when you have a bit of a weird system in some way. And for me, I've got a couple of pieces of hardware that would feel a little odd. Maybe not a couple, but the fact that I've got an NVIDIA GPU means I do have some difference in use case compared to my Zotac Zone, which is not a Steam Deck, but it's effectively that. There you go, there's a level up in the bit. Which means we get an evolution. Woo! So this is why I really wanted Flaffy. Because Flaffy evolves at level 30, so Flaffy's already ready for this. Is Flaffy a female? I can't tell from the screen. You can excuse me for going for he. But I believe Ampharos will probably be a very solid Pokemon. I'm always a big fan of Ampharos. Second gen represent. So let's check out Ampharos' stats. But you can see, yeah, that special attack 81, that's very good. Although certainly, I mean, these guys are a few levels above, so that's exactly why that's the case. I don't know if Quirky is a bad nature, but given that, oh, we've also got Quirky there. Also, yes, you can't see nature until the heart gauge is down enough. I believe that's the case. So yeah, I'm curious if Bayleaf will be okay. I like Ampharos. I think Ampharos is alright. Particularly, Ampharos has... So, Ampharos has the special attack stat. I'd say that's pretty alright for level 31 right now. Everything else is okay, although he's a bit slow. But having Thunderbolt is a very nice attack. Because no one else seems to have any, like, particularly strong attacks. You're all in the 60s. Oh, Shadow Rush is a good one, of course, but... You know, you lose that eventually, so you can't rely on it. And Body Slam's okay, but, you know, Bayleaf's not exactly a physical attacker just yet. So, I do like my Ampharos. And I shall keep Ampharos in the team, because I do want to bring Ampharos up a few levels. So, that'll be good fun. But yeah, so I found that one out with the NVIDIA drivers. Weirdly enough as well, I also had issues running old games in Linux. I particularly had trouble running everyone's... I mean, you think this would be the easiest thing to run on Steam. Half-Life. Half-Life 1. Half-Life 1 has a native Linux version, and it definitely works fine. But the game kept crashing every 10 or so maps. Just suddenly. It would just close on me. Seg fault. Weird. This would happen in both OpenGL and software mode. So I thought, okay. Weird. Also, the UI was small, and I couldn't change the resolution without it also crashing. So... that was a bit, still a bit continued odd, so. Then, when you tried running the Windows version in Proton, it would be a black screen after the Valve logo. It would render the Valve logo with the FMV, and then it would not get into any of the menu. And I couldn't navigate the menus to get into games, so I couldn't really rely on that. But weirdly, if I use OBS game capture, which you have to inject into it, and that's another thing that kind of hurts my workflow, is the fact that you have to inject that in. If you run it under that, then OBS will see the video stream, but not my monitor. I could never counter that guy. Oh boy. He be Drovik until I Slavic on his Brovik. I shouldn't go there. That's right, more ground types. Is this just filled with ground types? This is making Bayleaf a decent choice, isn't it? And Ampharos a bit of a weird one. Do I have a physical attack on Ampharos? Or no, Ampharos is going to get caught out the entire time. I think Ampharos is going to get caught out the entire time, unfortunately. Okay, well that's fine. We can switch out to Quagsire, who does not know a water type attack yet, but we'll get there. Former VP of Xbox Europe. Rip Sandy Duncan. I was going to say the singer from Three Doors Down passed away just the other day as well. That one hit me hard. One, because, you know, cancer is always one where it's like, you know, just gets you when you're young, unfortunately. It's the illness. But also, also on top of that, like, he was a very nice guy, and they did a lot of charitable things Three Doors Down, so hopefully, there's some continued success for the band even after that. I wish them the best. Also, good old yo-yo games. I'm amazed that Game Maker has picked up in its popularity as well. Like, I know the name is generic enough that basically everyone will go to it first, but legit, it does the job, and there's been enough pedigree on it that I feel like that actually makes it a fairly substantial game engine to some extent. Obviously, it's limited in the things you can do, but there's in every game engine. So, but yeah. So what else did I try doing with Linux? So yeah, other than that, playing games, you know, sometimes it worked. Generally, it was fine. Maybe. I mean, everyone knows of Undertale, and I feel like there's probably a couple of other examples that we could cite Game Maker on. But I feel like it's also very nice just for, like, the entry level, the itch.io entry into the world. I should really make something very, very simple. Like, just like a nice little platformer. I keep trying to overthink it. I tried making one that in Godot that was, I was trying to functionally meet Gran Turismo. And I know that sounds like a lot, but then it's like, well, if I get the driving model right, then everything is just like parameters on that driving model. And while that is correct, I don't quite know the physics behind how to make a car work. And I know you've got like some out-of-the-box car solutions, but then, you know, they're not Gran Turismo. They're not what I want, so I'd need to research a lot more to really get that feel. Oh, exactly. If you're starting from nothing, sure. Ampharos is still getting caught out on this one. Jeez. Thank you, Sandy. Exactly. And really anyone who you know, funds projects like that. So yeah. But yeah, so other things I tried doing in Linux. I did try to capture my OBS flow, and I feel like I had it well. I didn't quite get the move transition configured right, but I feel like everything else works pretty fine. So I appreciate that. Even on the Flatpak version. Very passionate last message. Oh, everyone likes a passionate last message. But yeah, if you ever use Linux, just for note as well, in order to hook things into the game sharing feature, or at least like a game capture feature of OBS on Linux, you do have to run OBS game capture and then your program. And it's a bit of a workflow shift, so it always stops you there. You could technically run it on all Windows, but apparently that's not recommended, especially when you also want to run GameScope. Also, just as a side note, the entire graphics driver would crash when I ran GameScope sometimes. Oh no, we got a 10! Oh! Ooh, this is not going to be fun. Ouch! Yeah, magnitude 10 is not a fun one to get hit by. You know, given that Hitmontop is technically higher level, I might as well send out Espeon. I don't know why I've even got, like... There seems to be so many, I did enjoy the news. Yeah, the Evolution Moon was actually pretty alright. He's slow, that's what makes him a bit trickier in single player still. Just because generally in single player, you've got your effort values popping off your stats, so you don't really need a slow Pokemon at that point. I went down easily. I won't go down on this ship. Just today. Okay. Yeah, let's back up and heal. Just for mental note, what was the one person I had to not fight when I was doing the thing? I had to... Everspuss, is that the person come up? Oh no, that's ages away. Okay. But even then, I feel a bit more confident in tackling that level 38 person. Maybe we could do it at the end of the stream. Rematch. Actually, we could rematch the Wow, yeah, no, I cannot hear anything out of that healing device. So yeah, Ampharos is unfortunately getting caught out, so I think I'll just commit to having Quagsire as the secondary party member right now. Especially as well, Quagsire will almost be purified soon, so that'll be good fun. Isn't it weird? Now I start using Shadow Pokemon and I'm able to purify them in no time. It doesn't take too long, but given that it's a... If I liken them to food, they would be only hors d'oeuvres. The real battling begins now. It's like Nugget Bridge, but everyone just disses the previous bunch. Pineco and Baltoy. Here we go, so... but yeah, no, GameScope would crash the graphics driver, and unlike Windows attempting to reinstall... He did have kidney cancer, yeah. Unlike Windows attempting to restore the graphics driver in this case, that one hard crashes and never recovers. So the entire operating system is a bit foobar because I ran GameScope, which is not fun. I tried running Reaper, but I didn't get all the way in the workflow I was really working in, so I couldn't try out emulating Windows programs from that. I did try running Office, Microsoft Office, and that works fine under, not WinApps, there was another one I tried using, but effectively it used that and sort of a drawing protocol to effectively... I should probably body slam this Pineco. And regular slam while I'm at it. It used the library to basically draw the virtual machine Windows Microsoft Office window in a way that looks natural with the Linux desktop. And it works fine. Until I booted up my computer again and Podman proceeded to never work ever again. And I hadn't done any UJust updates. I don't know why my Bazzite is completely messed up. There's just missing files all over the place and things just won't run. And I was like, oh my goodness, isn't the whole point of why I'm using an immutable operating system that nothing breaks or changes without, like, anything happening? I don't have read or write access into places that shouldn't have write access, but no, stuff just broke on me. Which is a bit upsetting. So DistroBox stopped working, like, well, I guess, yeah. All that stuff didn't really work well, so... Which is a bit of a shame, because it is a bit mysterious, and I think part of it is a learning experience. Like, I do always rip on Linus Tech Tips for, you know, 30-day challenge using Linux, and on day one he just uninstalls the desktop environment and suddenly cannot see anything and goes, oh, what happened? And it's like, you uninstall the desktop environment somehow. Which always sucks, the fact that you can very easily do that and not know how to recover. I feel like there should be a, you know, like a minimum install. Like if you ask your distro or a script somewhere in your distro that goes, hi, what did I have installed when I started the distro? Or started, you know, the operating system. It should tell you, oh, you had GNOME Desktop and you had all these other ones. But for some reason, sometimes it's a bit too hands-off and it doesn't tell you, which is a little odd. So I got caught out with that. One thing that I did get working, and I'm very happy about this, is that I have an AverMedia GC573. It's a capture card, PCIe capture card. This thing is very, very, very obnoxious, and I kind of hate it in some cases. It's obnoxious when you don't have the drivers loaded. Houndour is very neat. I do like him. Unless you peeve him off in a Pichu short. Also Graveler. Oh boy, he's dug a hole. I am a Baltoy and I'm digging a hole. Diggy diggy hole. Okay, well, let's hit this Baltoy with a Shadow Rush because I'm a bit slower on that one. Hound used to be a generic word for dog. True. Ooh, rip the Graveler on that one. Gen 2 is my fun one as well. And especially, like, if you've played this game, like, 3 out of 4 Pokemon on screen were Gen 2. In fact, actually, isn't my entire team Gen 2? It is, isn't it? I'm not forgetting one, am I? Ampharos is that. Hitmontop. Quagsire. Yeah. It's still German, true. And it's also at the beginning of my hot dog order, as in 100 hot dogs, please. Man, I do want a hot dog now. No one sells hot dogs at 9:44 p.m. It's the best time for hot dogs. What do you mean? I was about to say I meant it as in I use Gen 2, but now I think it... I mean, it's very easy to not use Gen 1 Pokemon, despite Gen 2 having a smaller number than most of the other gens until you get to, like, Gen 6. It does still have a lot of, like, nice secondary Pokemon to the original batch. Once you get to Gen 3, you start getting the ones that replace a lot of, you know, Gen 1 and 2. So you get your Zigzagoon that kind of feels like your Rattata copy, and your Sparrow that, sorry, your Taillow, that's a Pidgey copy. They're not exactly like, I guess design-wise copies, but functionally in the game they do replace them. Gen 6, I like Gen 6. Don't rip on Palossand. I love Palossand. Palossand's awesome. And also the game of Gen 6 is very nice. So I saw a fun one. I don't know if anyone watched the Super Bowl. I didn't. But there was a minute-long Pokemon ad in it, briefly featuring Ferrari Formula 1 driver Charles Leclerc, saying that Arcanine was his favorite Pokemon, which is a very base take. Good on him. But it was a minute long, and it's like, oh, like, I'm surprised you don't like X and Y. Nah, X and Y is a cool game. Don't rip on X and Y. I like it. ORAS is definitely cool, but it's got too much water. You know, I'm going to keep him in Shadow Mode for a little bit. I did like the remakes, whenever they did do remakes. But I always do have nostalgia for the original versions as well, which is why, you know, why on stream I played the original Game Boy Color and GBA games instead of the DS and the 3DS remakes. And also, I haven't played the Gen 1 remake on stream yet. If we're going in chronological order, it technically comes out between this and, or between, yeah, between this and XC. Oh, sorry, in the middle of that. Yes. The Gen 2 remake's great, but that's because Gen 2 is great, so. We gotta get that Bayleaf leveled up, man. You'd think I'd be gaining more levels, given these guys are 5 levels above me. The sandstorm rages. But then again, I guess Bayleaf's only really been in like 5 fights. But yeah, so the one thing I did manage to get with my capture card is that obviously there are no Linux drivers for this capture card. Ava Media only offers Windows drivers, I think. They might have Mac drivers, but they do have Magnitude 6s on the weaker side. I should be very fine out this one. True as well. There are some games like I remember not playing Hyrule Warriors as much, and now I am very enjoying the Switch one because I have a lot of free time on my hands. And as well, access to the Switch is a lot easier than the Wii U, I feel. And the 60 FPS just clicks with me better. Development's tortured? I like the game. I like Gen 6. I think it came out pretty fine. Certainly, you can point to where Pokemon starts to degrade in various ways, and I would probably say Gen 4 is where it starts to degrade. I don't think it's gotten as good as Gen 3. But that being said, it's not that they're bad games. Even Scarlet Violet, even Sword Shield. I think Sword Shield is not as good as Scarlet Violet, but that's a personal take. Maybe I'll fully explain it later. Let's just get rid of this Lily. He's chilling there. So, but anyway, the capture card doesn't have Linux drivers. But there is an enterprise card that has Linux drivers, but apparently that driver software, according to the Level 1 forums, has kind of fallen out of favor of the Linux kernel, so you're going to get caught out if you use it. Plus, as well, I'm on Bazzite. How the heck do I install a driver like that? I guess I got to RPM OS 3 install it, which begs the question why I'm even using an immutable distro. If I'm just building my own, you know, things like that. But yeah, I then had a secondary feeling, which was, hold on, I must definitely have, like, a, you know, I might as well call, even though I know it's gonna move second. Just you know, move him out. Maybe he'll get a water type attack. Maybe. But I thought to myself, well, you know, maybe the capture card doesn't need to work in Linux. Maybe I could get it working in Windows and just send the signal back out. How bad can that be? And the answer is, surprisingly, actually, not that bad. So there's a fun thing. If you are a person who has a computer, and you love the idea of virtual machines, you might consider something called, I think, PCIe pass-through. PCIe pass-through relies on a tool called IOMMU groups. I don't know what the acronym stands for. But basically, it's something that you can actually enable in your motherboard BIOS. It's usually under Intel, it's called VTD. Again, it's an acronym. I don't know what it necessarily means. No one got knocked out, right? Ooh, I might as well just heal. You know, might as well. And if you enable that, you can actually get a virtual machine to get passed through the individual PCIe devices in groups on your computer. The reason why it's groups is because consumer motherboards are a bit mean, and they don't actually individually reference the little PCIe elements on your computer, and instead, or the little hardware elements, are not all PCIe, and instead they're put in groups. This is fine for big things on your computer. Usually your graphics card will definitely get its own PCIe group. But things like maybe your networking might have all the networking ports shared if you have more than one port. Various features about your CPU might get shared. Various M.2 drives might all be shared under one group. And that means you can't pass individual slots to virtual machines. You kind of have to pass the whole group in. That's fine if you want the whole group. And in my case, the by4 slot that I've got my capture card in is on its own group. So yay. So I put it into a virtual machine of Windows, and suddenly... Oh, and I forgot to note, the reason why I hate my capture card, and I like it mostly, but the reason why I hate it is because while the driver hasn't loaded, it flashes this incredibly bright red, and it burns my eyes on the side, because the computer's to my side. If the computer was out of the way, I wouldn't care as much, but because I can actually see into it, and it's just flashing brightly at me, it's painful. I hate it. I could use Surf, but I could really be copping it from this Technia, actually. You know what? Maybe it is. It is time to send out the Hitmontop. Even though he's not going to level up right now, but you know, we'll send him out. We'll do some damage. Get some Intimidates while we're at it. But the moment I got it into Windows, it then started glowing rainbow at me, which is very curious. That's actually before you even install the driver. Once you do install the driver, it's... Actually, I think it is always blinking red. Once you install the driver, then it glows rainbow. And in the RE Central software, the AV Media software, you can turn off the LED while the driver is loaded. It's a bit of a compromise, but you get there in the end. It does mean I need a Windows virtual machine open at all times, but you know, I've got a 3900K, it's fine. That's the whole point of why I've got this thing, is so that I can start running kind of absurd stuff like that. And then, we then needed to run OBS, which works fine. You put the capture card in, and then you realize you need to give at least 4 cores to your virtual machine, because it is, well, I mean, you're not hardware rendering your video. You're only software encoding it. Well, I mean, you can't hardware encode it, because otherwise you need to pass your graphics card into your virtual machine, which defeats the point, I guess. Or rather, you could do it, but then I can't see what's happening in Linux, which is kind of the point of why I'm doing that. So, but that's okay. You can software encode 1080p 60. It works fine. That's all I was doing for OBS anyways. Works fine. You can do that on like 2 and a bit cores. It is a lot lighter to do it in that than RE Central, despite the fact that RE Central does support outputting to an arbitrary RTMP server. RTMP is the protocol you might be using when you stream to Twitch, but you might not know it because you just configure, I want to use Twitch, and then you use Twitch. You don't think about it, but you can actually self-host your own RTMP server. I believe you can use Nginx, actually. There's a build of Nginx that just has the config right up in there and handles RTMP. It's great, it's nice, it's easy. And as long as you've got network secure, you don't have to worry about sharing it with anyone, so that's all good. But yeah, so the only thing I kind of found a bit painful was getting the virtual machine to connect out of it required me to set up a bridge network, and I couldn't quite figure that one out. By default, if you use, what was I using? I guess it was using QEMU under the hood. I think it was Virt Manager was the virtual machine managing tool. Also, using QEMU is nice because I use it in Proxmox, technically. So, yay! I get to reuse tooling. I've learned stuff already. That's great. Isn't it weird? It's like the one thing I find easy is like the most roundabout use case for a piece of hardware. But yeah, I couldn't get it to directly connect to out of the virtual machine to the host operating system through a network socket. It wouldn't really work like that, so I just hosted the RTMP server on another computer, and it was fine with that. It did introduce latency, but it's not the end of the world having latency, because I might as well do this next fight, because I feel like I can do it without needing Hitmontop. That's right, 10 battles. Sheesh! This is where the buck stops. That's right, we really just have a lot of Pokemon battles back to back. It's just, that's this game basically, when you don't have wild Pokemon. It's the best you can do. That's fine, you know, whatever. But yeah, at the end of the day, I did have a way to run Windows in... I know Surf's gonna hit Bayleaf, that's fine. I had my Windows virtual machine, and I also had a way to do my capture card. And also on top of that, you load the driver, you can immediately see the display out, because when the driver isn't loaded, the capture card doesn't pass through through its output port, so I couldn't even use it, which is kind of annoying. But the moment you loaded the driver, it's all fine, and it's great. You can just turn off the virtual machine, and then the red LED on the side of the thing starts blinking at you again. It's like, oh, keeps happening. It's always weird having Vibrator use Dig, because I'm pretty sure... Oh my gosh, guys! Come on! What is with all this? What is with all the ground types that no Dig? What's happening? There's something weird going on. There's something in the water. Actually, my first ever Pokemon game was Fire Red. I still love that game so much. I'm technically playing... I guess it would be an Emerald ROM hack. I haven't made any progress in Mario Mon, I'm sorry. This is the most annoying fight, I think. At least I can hit Sand Slash here. At least I got that. It's iconic. And I mean, Pokemon is certainly a very iconic franchise. I mean, we wouldn't still have Pokemon clones to this day otherwise. Power World clearly has shown that we have a desire for this kind of game in the market, although somewhat this kind of game. Power World's a very different genre. We might as well use Body Slam on this Vibrator and hope for the best. Depends who he goes for. No, Quagsire! I knew thee well. Ampharos has the experience share, just want to note, right? Yeah, he's been gaining levels and we haven't even been watching. That is level 33. But no, we'll send out Espeon just to get an extra level. Yeah, Power World's not a Pokemon style game, and I always find that weird. For all the lawsuits, it's like at the end of the day, Power World really doesn't replace Pokemon. It's just clearly in a monster capturing mechanic sense, which is only like a small part of it. I didn't give Pokemon Fire Red a shot. Oh, yeah, I feel like... I do wonder how easy it is for people to get into Pokemon these days as kids. Well, actually, I don't know. I got a cousin, and his daughter is 5 years old, and she certainly enjoys looking at Pokemon on Google. You know, you get that kind of interactive bit, and I think she knows a bunch of first-gen Pokemon, so who knows? Maybe everyone can get into Pokemon in some capacity. You made me lose! They're not going to hire me again! Hey, as long as you're not going in software and going through recruiters, it's not too bad. Learn to code. I always see that, and it's like, oh. The worst part, someone mentioned AI right as I was talking about that. I don't even think it's an AI thing, although I do worry if I'm actually getting called out by an AI bot. Like, someone has actually, like, set up something to just respond to stuff, and it means absolutely no commitment. Well, it is somewhat Steam. I'm very curious why it's all very industrial, but we're back to the desert, I guess. So I still have no idea why I'm stroking out on that one. So, but yeah, moral of the story on the Linux, by the way. Probably use Linux Mint. I've had decent run-ins with it before, but I didn't fully commit because at the end of the day, as I said, what are the reasons why I shouldn't use Windows? Well, the file explorer is a bit slower than it used to be, to which I then go, just install a different file explorer. I think you can actually install the GNOME file explorer or Dolphin, not as in Dolphin the emulator, but Dolphin the KDE file explorer. Pretty sure there's a Windows version of it, so you could just use it if you wanted to. I don't see why not. I don't think you could use the Linux version to run Windows, but yeah, that's fine. I had the blue screens, which I sort of figured out in some way anyway, so that was all fine. And also, Discord is a bit of a doo-doo program. It just wouldn't capture my screen right, and it still doesn't. It did work in Linux, but I don't really think that's you know, that's not a Windows problem, that's just Discord being a doo-doo program. Well, this coughing is going to be a little bit mean to Bayleaf here, but that's okay because we've still got Body Slam. Tried and true move. Ooh, and you miss. How does it feel to miss? Coughing is a physical wall. This isn't getting anywhere with him. Also, Quagsire is ready to purify. So that's good fun. But yeah, no, I'd probably encourage Linux Mint. I'm not too sure if using, you know, Bazzite for... Oh, to be fair though, I use Bazzite on my Zotac Zone, and it's great. It does indeed work really well, and I feel like maybe it's because of the AMD CPU plus the iGPU situation going on with it. Dang it, by the way. Dang. But I think it's maybe that. It's just a lot easier as a piece of hardware, and on top of that, the distro seems like they target those kinds of devices a little more. So it's, you know, it's got the touchscreen functionality, it's got nice things. Oh, and it did get DaVinci Resolve working. I did get DaVinci Resolve, so that was nice. Thank you, Bazzite, for having a very, very nice installation script where you just give it the zip file for, like, what you download off the website, and then it does all the effort of containerizing it for the purpose of running Bazzite. That's great. I like that, and I wish there's actually some nice templates to sort of see if you can set that up with any program. Because, yeah, once you get a program that doesn't work with Flatpak or anything like that, it's a little bit here and there. But yeah, let's Thunderbolt Duskull, because I think Coughing's probably going to cop it to another Surf on this one. This is what I mean. Ampharos is great. Ampharos is pretty good. I love him. He's all good. So, but yeah, no, probably use Linux Mint. I might give Linux Mint another go sort of around this time. But yeah, I hadn't tried every single workflow I had, but the fact that I had sort of a catastrophic, like, I can't virtualize anything workflow, and my games weren't working quite as well. I know I still have an NVIDIA GPU, but by using a different distro, I might have more means to tackle the problem. Maybe. We will see. But yeah, Bazzite does some nice things. I'm not too sure if it's the operating system for me at the end of the day, though. So, you have more memes or you have more memes. Maybe we got more memes. But I always feel weird because a lot of people have problems with Windows, and while I certainly do agree that Windows is kind of rough and really cops it, there are some things that, like, just work very fine for me on Windows. And I feel like I generally hear all the, you know, how many times have I started this week, you know, a story by going, Windows has, you know, been getting worse. People are experiencing all these problems, and especially with these kinds of pieces of hardware. And I do agree that there's a lot of problems Windows has been having, and especially with upgrading to certain things, and sometimes when you have, you know, like this weird parts of the registry that just get handled in various ways. There's fun ones, like I saw someone say, if you don't like the web browser, like Windows File Explorer, the easiest way to circumvent that is just open up the old control panel, because that's still there. The Windows 10 style control panel is still there. And there's an up folder button because it's literally just running the old File Explorer. And then it works. And that's the old File Explorer. And you just do that every time you want to open the File Explorer. And I know it's, you know, it doesn't quite happen when I run Explorer.exe in my terminal or other things like that, but it's kind of hilarious, the fact that, yeah, the web-based browser is not a universal thing in Windows. In fact, it only shows up when you open Explorer. It's not there for file dialog pickers or anything. They still run the old, I guess, what would it be? The, oh my gosh, I've completely forgotten the WinForm style window drawing. Actually, they could be using the XAML style. They might be using XAML at that point. I'm not too sure. But still, it's just like... What are we doing, Windows? Okay, listen, number 10 over there is very intimidating. You've done well to get here, but there's no next battle for you after this. I'll destroy you thoroughly. He's about to destroy me. Bear in mind... It's terrible, I'm sorry. I should have purified... I mean, there's no harm in not purifying him at the moment, but I should have gone back and purified him. Well, this is a good setup for me, isn't it? We could just drop the Razor Leaf and the Surf. You know the Bay Leaf, he's got Sunny Day sitting right there, and I'm waiting. I'm waiting on getting Solar Beam, because you know I need that setup. To have Bay Leaf and a Fire type of some variety. Because, I mean, that's a great combo, having a Fire type and having Solar Beam kind of on the ready. Sand Slash. Also, yeah, that was a big rip from that starting lineup. Courteous of the Cypher Thugs to arrange themselves. Oh, exactly. Isn't it weird? I'm really slamming through this fight. Ah, oh, come on. This is the Dig stream. Everyone knows Dig. Very original, guys. You know what's actually very impressive? And I know, like, this has always been a weird thing about Pokemon, is that only until Sword and Shield had they committed to... Well, not committed, but they basically went, okay, fine, we can't support every single Pokemon. It feels very impressive that every Pokemon game has tried to keep the roster of Pokemon active, as well as also the movesets and most of the mechanics. In fact, I don't know if you can Mega Evolve in Sun and Moon, actually. You have to get there eventually. 2 evolutions, 1 stream. The joys of being 2 levels away from evolving when you catch him.
Ah, love him, he's so cool.
Dude, Meganium is so awesome. Okay. Don't get a swell head. Master Dakim will deflate your pride real quick. I'm gonna save just because there's a Shadow Pokemon. And not because I actually need the healing. Come on, you know there's gonna be a Shadow Pokemon in this place. It's kind of nuts. I've only found 1 Shadow Pokemon this whole stream. We're an hour 39 in. So... The healing is nice, yes. It is a bit of a walk, though. That's the only catch. This is such a GameCube era mountain, by the way. Like, it's kind of fun how spacious this place is, but it is a weird feeling. I'm actually curious what this place looks like if you move all the camera around. Which you can do in... Actually, I don't think it works in Dolphin. Like, you can try and then everything pops up black, which is a bit of a shame. But that's okay. That's alright, that's okay. I got the time, but the time don't pay. That's a song off Guitar Hero Warriors of Rock, which is an achievement set that I actually plan to fully finish in this upcoming week. I got the co-op subset so quickly made and reviewed. I'm very happy about that one. Thank you fella who's helped me out there. But yeah, we're up to the full combo subset. I'm going through, I'm pointing everything, and I'm looking at it going, this maybe might be the highest pointed set on retro achievements, and it's purely because it's 700 points and various ones of them are 100. I think there's 40 songs on disc, and then there's another 77 DLC songs to do. So you know, it could really hit 14,000 as an average if I'm going at the rate I'm at, but I think the DLC songs will be easier. I don't actually know if I'd give any of them 100 points, but certainly there's a lot of tough songs in Warriors of Rock. Also trying to gauge what is 100 for drums. I'm not going to give anything 100 on vocals, but I would give Bohemian Rhapsody a 50. I also don't think anything on bass would get 100. Ooh!
You treacherous swine! How could you refuse to battle? Can anyone provide me with a decent challenge? All you had to do was hand over the time flute without making a fuss. It's your own fault for getting...
Wow.
Ah! Who are you? What were my underlings doing? That outfit of yours. You must be the troublemaker who's messed with Scrub in Shalaby's forest. And now you've come to mess with the great Dakim. Don't make me laugh. I'll pound a lesson into your flesh and bones so you'll never even think of bothering me again.
I'm very terrified. Listen, you know he's the boss. You know he is the boss. The music's gotten very dramatic on this one. Plus, also, he's got a serious team. He's got Golem. Now, of course, you know, if you're ever feeling underleveled, you can always grind, but I forgot to purify Quagsire. Listen, if I cop it, I'm purifying Quagsire. Ah, come on. Laying a protect. I mean, good thing Razorleaf and Surf hit both of them. Unfortunately, Razorleaf is not that great against Metang, so... but yeah, Metang's Steel Psychic, so I'm not going to cop anything too mean from this, but... Oh, jeez. Maybe I will. Oh my gosh, I think I need a strong physical attack for Metang. But I do want to take out Golem ASAP. Well, yeah, I actually don't mind a Metang missing that one. Oh no, you're gonna kill Thingy before I've actually done this. They both critted. Wow. Psychic is not a high crit move, so that's just unlucky from my end. But let's send out Hitmontop and let's see how we go. I could probably get him with just another Razorleaf. Ooh. Isn't it weird that they... I feel like Pokemon seem to take a lot of damage when they're Shadow Pokemon. Oh my gosh. Any originality, please? What's with the Protect and the Dig spam? What is with this whole place? It's very cursed. Well, let's wing Hyper Mode for this fight. Why not? Ah, never mind. My brain was dumb. I was like, wow, did I just send out the Fighting type to deal with the Psychic type Pokemon? Yes. What would be the best thing to do? I guess actually send out the Dark type Pokemon. That'll probably make more sense. And he's got a team of 5. No, well, that, yeah, kinda, yeah. Listen, it's fine. Oh my gosh! Do you have any originality? What is happening? What is this fight? Why does everyone know Protect? Okay, at least we can call him out, so whatever. No harm on this turn. And remember, I'm setting out my weaker Pokemon first, I guess. Hitmontop is not necessarily my weaker one. We got Marshtomp. That's fine. This thing should have evolved by now. Alright, finally I can hit Metang. I think he's probably going to cop it on this turn then. Yeah. Marshtomp is going to really cop it. I don't think he's going to survive this. It's always a weird feeling. Why haven't they fully evolved these? At least Metang, he doesn't evolve by this point. Oh snap, he took that one like a champ. Well, he's got a camera up, so that's why a water type would have been very nice. But that is perfectly fine because, I don't really have a plan. I'm just going to keep using Feint Attack. Also, yeah, Camerupt. We were mentioning him earlier. Now we got ourselves a Camerupt. I like Camerupt. He's cool. I would love, if Camerupt was real, I would love to put small children on top for Camerupt's camel tours. How cool would that be? Other than he might be very warm. You know who else is warm? Entei. Just Cash. And yes! That's, you know, Shadow Pokemon right there. You know, when I said, oh, wouldn't it be nice if I had a fire type on my team? Well, is Entei a bit cheap? Okay, Meganium can cop it because, listen, we got 2 fire types we're dealing with here. Unfortunately for me, we got 2 fire types I'm dealing with here. The legendary Shadow Pokemon. Now, I believe you actually get 2 chances to catch Entei. Entei does show up in the later fight should you keep the Entei alive. Or rather, not catch the Entei. But come on, you want to not catch Entei? What are you doing? Also, I just hit him with the Psy Beam. It's Entei! He's going to absolutely annihilate everything going forward. Why would you not have him in your team? Also, how on earth you captured Entei and then also made him a Shadow Pokemon? I don't know, man. But, sure, yeah. Psy Beam should do... Yeah, okay. I was thinking I should be able to do at least some decent damage before he, you know, wrecks my stuff. Because he is going to... I mean, he's Entei. He's going to hit hard. And Fire Blast might... Yeah, I was going to say, it might burn me. Oh, I could have got in with the Synchronize on that one as well. Alright, we're going to drop a Return and a Feint Attack. Neither of these will be too strong. Sorry, I'd say Return, Psy Beam. This should do a decent amount of damage and bring him down to a very comfy amount. Or kill him. But I'm also down to... Oh, and now I've just realized... I think we're fine. I think we're fine. I don't think Umbreon would deal as much damage. Right? Right? Maybe? We'll see. But, oh boy, it's a legendary Pokemon. You gotta bring him down low. Yeah, there you go. Okay, we're good. We're good. I might have, like, 1 chance, but we're good. Technically. And yeah, we're using Pokeballs. Why not? It's a test of skill to use Pokeballs. It's worked for me in 2 games so far. We might as well keep going. Listen, if this is an easier catch than anything before. Yep, there we go. Perfect. Perfect. Right there. Yeah, he might rock my socks right now. That's fine. We're just going to tank the hits and hope for the best. Ampharos is a little bulky. So, I've got a few turns where I could buy a few opportunities there. But yeah, it's like... This is the tricky part about this game. It's certainly, you have to go through a decent boss fight. The fact that you're dealing with level 37s and 38s, which is generally more than my team already. And then level 40, it's a legendary, and you've also got to catch it. Sup Tom, how you doing? It's like, oh my gosh. Oh no, is he going to kill himself on this one, or is he going to be just fine? He's just fine. We are even closer to death than we were at before. We can get there. This might still be fine. Listen, it'd be a promo if I use a Premier Ball on him, but... Listen, nothing says style than everyone in your team using the exact same Pokeball. Oh, we had one shake. We had one. I mean, I'm down to one party member, so I don't know how long. I think I'd tank one. Oh, I might tank 2 hits. Fine, by the way. Someone's gonna ask this. I'll use an Ultra Ball. You're fine. I'll do it. It's Entei. Like, it's gonna be a little mean getting to exactly this opportunity in the future. I feel like maybe getting an Ultra Ball will... Ah, never mind. Never mind. Shadow Rush? No, no. Okay, we're still good. Unless it's crits. I'll do it again. I'll do the Ultra Ball again. But... Oh. 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 Legit. Legit. This is like a down to the wire moment. It's a restart if this is not gonna work out. But like, come on. Can I do any better than this? Can I do any better than that amount of health? Not really. So... Oh! No. Oh. Wait, so what does this make this fight? Because we're both knocked out. It's a draw. It should be fine. I win. He gets knocked out first. I'm fine. Listen, man. Nothing happened. Yeah, but he's out of usable Pokemon. Why is it on me? Ah. This game. Here's the thing as well. Do you actually lose money in this game? I'm just curious. I'm really not sure if I actually lost any money. And honestly, it'd be kind of mean if you did lose money. Because it's like, how do you get more? Hold on, let's look it up while I'm at it. Pokemon Colosseum, do you lose money for whiting out? The answer is... Well, okay. Pokemon Colosseum... no, I did lose half my money. So, let's hit a console restart. I mean, there's no gain, really, other than a bit of experience points, but, listen, I need my money! I need the money! How am I gonna afford more Pokeballs, otherwise? So was that 2 restarts of stream? We did it, 2 restarts. The money is important. Exactly, exactly. So hold on, I had 15,000 just then. And if I check my PDA... Oh yeah, jeez, yeah. Let's purify Quagsire, by the way. I mental noted that one. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna get Quagsire purified. That is mean. That is kind of mean, losing your money like that. Like, I get it, but like... There's not much you can do in this game to, like, not lose. I mean, there's a bunch of trainers at the beginning of Pyrite Town that have, you know, that you can fight again and again. So if you're ever short of money or experience, you can fight them over and over. And on top of that, you know, like, even though they do have kind of some baby Pokemon, they are also all around level 30. So they're not like... They're not the absolute, like, lowest experience earning kinds of trainers. But yeah, I think you probably get a few $100 every time you beat them, which is enough for a Pokeball, but you kind of do need to fight them a bit. Yeah, grind the Elite Four, yeah, exactly. Also, Mud Shot. Yay. Mud Shot. It was worth it just to get Mud Shot as an attack. I mean, I'm not even going to use Mudshot in that battle. Like, a bunch of his team are all weak to Surf. I might as well just use that, but yeah. Oh, darn. The Protect spam really caught me out at the beginning. I mean, maybe? Hold on, I can check the box right here, but Hitmontop certainly isn't ready. There's no Elite Four in this game. You will have a longer... Because that's the thing, is like, there is no gym challenge or anything. You just sort of wandering through, but hold on. Like, yeah, if we check my party, which is really just Hitmontop now, Hitmontop still has like half of his, most of his bar still to go. Showed in the stream, but it doesn't scrap place. Oh, exactly, yeah. But I don't think any of these other Pokemon are ready because they've been in the box. I've just been isolating them, so they're not really getting anywhere. And if you make a bit of progress, we will get to a point when I don't have to worry about it. But until now, I have to worry about it. But that's okay. I mean, that's the joy of playing a Pokemon game where you're trying to catch everything. Everything. But especially as well, like, I mean, we're catching a legendary Pokemon here. You know, stream 3 and we're catching a legendary Pokemon. So. Oh my gosh, it's terrible. It is a very nice looking game. It is a 2003 game. Oh, I mean, true, it is a select few, but, well, it's everything I can catch, I guess, at the end of the day. Yes, I will save again, because the walk is tremendous to get back to this fight, isn't it? But it is a nice looking game. I like the style, and I especially do think it captures what the GameCube can do, which is the round platforms still have a certain octagonal, not octagonal. How many corners do these have? 24, I think. Bit about Formula 1. It wasn't too much other than the preseason, not the preseason testing, but the preseason shakedown, where they were permitted 3 days over a 5-day period that they could practice for 8 hours. So teams could, you know, rock up and do stuff. Williams didn't show up at all, so we don't know anything about that. And the media weren't really meant to be there. Like, they kind of were there. They could say hi, they did some interviews, and teams were nice enough, but there was absolutely no obligation to do anything, nor was there really any huge effort for camera setup, so they only got, like, small bits to see. But that being said, it's not, also, they're not expected to have liveries or anything, so, you know, it's not exactly an intentional day for the media, but it is nice to hear the cars and to see them in a bit of action in some way. Certainly, if you are wanting to see real big Formula 1 practice, check out the Bahrain testing starts. Like, it would be this time in 2 days, and 3 days and 4 days. The Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, they'll be testing at Bahrain, so lots of stuff there. I think also various teams have shown off their real liveries. I haven't yet really looked, so I gotta really double check that. But I mean, we'll see them in a couple of days anyways. Also, as a heads up, I'm going to the Melbourne race, so I'm actually not going to stream on that weekend. So that'll be good fun when that happens. I believe it's, was it March 8th is the race? So, and I won't stream on March 9th because I'll be doing a very fun drive up with my family from Melbourne the whole day. And then I'll be spending the night at their place. I'm not going to be ready for a stream. I might do a catch-up stream later in the week. We might see. But yeah, no, I'm just not going to be ready on a Monday for that stream. Yeah, I'll probably do a catch-up stream on that one. We'll do an out-of-order stream. Not out of order, but like out of Monday. Yeah, Cadillac. A stream not. I've done it before, but it's usually a rare occurrence. I think the only other time I streamed on not a Monday was I should really be switching out Quagsire, actually. I really should have switched out Quagsire, or I could just use a Revive. Okay, pro tip, we are not sending out Hitmontop right away. I think the only other time I did a non-Monday stream, was it when I was doing, I do remember the doing Mirror's Edge, but I think I did that just offline to do some testing for bonus stuff. I think the only one I did was when I finished Mario Galaxy 2. I did a non-Monday on that one. I'm trying to recall, but oh well. I did one on a Sunday. Maybe I did bring one forward in a week, yeah. Maybe I had a concert on a Monday. And so I brought one over. Maybe I think I saw Haken on a Monday. So that's why I probably brought that one forward. So whichever that one would have been, I think like May 2024. One of those ones. So, I know, right? I do stuff. Oh my gosh, I just want to attack these Pokemon. Oh my goodness. I have, for reference as well, I have no other, like, big obligations planned for this year. So, I mean, other than always keep Easter a bit on and off, because who knows. I sometimes chill with my parents on Easter, but because I'm in the job search right now, I actually don't have, you know, if I get a job at some point, I won't have like a hard amount of days that I could actually take off work, so I might actually just spend Easter with the close family. I live far away from my parents, that's why I always bring that up. Always? I sometimes bring it up. I don't talk about my my family or my huge personal life too much. Or the fact that I'm doing a job search right now. But, hey, you know, I thought I'd mention it. Here we go. So Camerupt being fire ground is actually not hugely resistant to grass, but he is so bulky that it kind of begs the point. Mudshot will not be a fun attack. Actually, it's fine. I was thinking Mud Ball, which is a rapid fire attack. Yeah, let's see if Fan Attack will keep doing good stuff. But hopefully by not having Hitmontop just get annihilated right away, because now he's about to send out Entei, I've at least got a little bit more buffer room to have a go at this. But yeah, here comes the Entei. I mean, he's got a catch rate of 3, so the calculation I believe is when you throw Pokeballs and you haven't done anything, you got a 1.6% chance. That 1.6%, there is a formula that I think it tends towards a certain value as his health bar goes down, but I don't think it's like, you know, 90% once his health bar is almost all the way down. I forget like what's the like degree that he ends at. Maybe I'll use Hitmontop, yeah, why not? We need to get rid of the Camerupt ASAP, so that's always the plan. And the Intimidate, actually, it's Fire Blast. It's probably not going to help at all. But yeah, just get rid of the Camerupt. Can I tank the Fire Blast? Oh, okay. How come sometimes an attack really hurts and sometimes it's like, oh, it's fine. It's fine. Who knows? Who's faster, Camerupt or me? It's me. I'm faster. There we go. But other than that, you know, we've got to start taking out Entei. Obviously, as well, using an Ultra Ball will double your chance of catching at any point. So there may be a point when a Pokeball maybe won't catch, although if it's got more than a 50% chance, then an Ultra Ball guarantees it. I think that's how the calculation works. And a Great Ball is 1.5, so it kind of works, but you know, I've got 5 Ultra Balls, so I might as well use them. I could use a Shadow Rush. This might take him down. I don't want to use Confuse Ray, because otherwise he's going to get very caught out for the rest of this. But we do want to bring him down to a good level. Oh, never mind, we don't need the Shadow Rush. I know, right? Hitmontop dies when he stands up. It's like when Spoink's ball falls out when he gets fainted. I'm pretty sure that's his life. Pokemon is brutal sometimes, isn't it? But yeah. Isn't it weird? The F1 season is almost upon us, because I guess most sports seasons are almost upon... Oh, Thunder Wave, actually. I don't know why I wasn't thinking about using Thunder Wave. Oh, but yeah, oh boy, you do cop it. Didn't I have Ampharos in earlier and I didn't use Thunder Wave? So this means that 1, he's slower, 2, he's going to miss sometimes, and 3, my catch rate will go up a bit, so... We haven't met then, but now we have met. That's the joy of having a... Thunderbolt would actually kind of annihilate him, so part of me feels Thundershock and or Cotton Spore spam Cotton Spore might actually be a very fun spam move once I'm throwing balls. I think I'll probably start throwing balls after this because I think this Feint Attack will drag him down. I probably could get away with another Thunder Shock. Wee Ball! Yeah, let's get away with another Thunder Shock, but let's start one trying to wreck on him, because remember, Espeon is still out. I've still got Espeon to tank hits. Isn't that weird? Just a bit of a change in attitude and also not doing dummy moves like sending a fighting type out against a psychic type. I've at least got a bit more of an opportunity to attack him. There you go. This would be great unless he uses Shadow Rush and then he is going to be on a fairly low amount of health. I think he'll be able to use it once, but only once. Okay, well I can't Cotton Spore spam him, but at least we dragged him down enough. But yeah, we're going with the old faithful duo. The old faithful. Do I have? No, I've got Reflect, but that's not the type I want. Actually, back up. Let's commit to the Ultra Ball because I don't know, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. None of these attacks will help. Unless I catch him using Taunt on, I guess maybe Fire Blast. He seemed to be very convinced to use Shadow Rush when I'm on low health, which is not exactly ideal. Gosh! I'm not having a fun time with catching this thing, am I? It's got Bite? Is that the Bite of 87? Okay. Sure thing, man. Sure thing. But as long as I keep throwing Pokeballs of some variety, I'm constantly rolling the dice. I think he's been brought down to a fair enough level that he's gotta be free at some, or be caught at some point. I jinxed it. I said he's gotta be free, and then he went free. What's the odds on a paralysis? Because it currently seems to be 1 out of 4. These are not good odds on my end. And you know, worst case, we just do the fight again. Although I'm not appreciating having to do the fight 3 times. I feel like, especially given I'm able to drag him down to red health, and in this case, I also have the paralysis, I feel like the odds should really be in my favor. I think I did a calculation during, like, not during the, there we go, okay. But I did an edit on, one of the Sapphire, boss fights I did, and it was like, I'm pretty sure I got hit by, like, 8 of, like, some attack that probably should only be hitting, like, twice. Like, the odds of something happening that certain way was, like, 0.1%. I was very upset about that one.
The way you handled those Pokemon with your audacious skill, who are you?
I'll give him the old man. Master the Kim! No way, no scrub.
You were hopelessly outclassed against them. You had 0 chance of winning. I'm pulling out for now. You go to Ein's lab and help out there.
As you wish, sir. I forgot his voice. It was earlier in the stream. He is big. Oh, snap. Oops, I dropped the lift key. I mean, the effing disc. I dropped the effing disc. Isn't F-disc like, that's literally a Windows utility. Hell, that was an experience I'd ever want to have again. I'm glad you came to my rescue. Thank you. I'm Vander. I'm an area leader here at Mount Battle.
Hi, Muriel. This is Biendeo. We're glad to see you.
Muriel explained everything, so I don't have to hear it again. What you've told me explained a lot. Thanks to you, I know exactly why they attacked us. This is the Time Flute. I happened to find it while I was on my training trek. It said that the Time Flute will summon Celebi, but just once. There must be something about Celebi that frightens them. They obviously don't want Celebi to encounter Shadow Pokemon, but let's not spend any more time here. Let's go back. Okay, sure. Sure thing. But here, I want you to have this. I'm giving him a real terrible accent here.
But, are you certain? May we really have something that's precious?
Of course you may. I'd rather you use that Time Flute than have those crooks take it by force. Use it and save the Shadow Pokemon from their sinister plans. Oh, look at this item box that wasn't here before. Oh, TM47. Which TM is this one? Can anyone remember this one off the top of their head? Good old Galaxy 2. Moving the UFO forward. That seems so, Also, Steel Wing. Can anyone use Steel Wing right now? The answer is no, because no... I feel like there's probably only going to be 2 Pokemon who have this. Anyways, this means that you actually, when training is resumed, I will restore exchanging coupons. But you don't have coupons. Okay, well, what's the prize list then? Well, okay, so this is probably Psychic, this is probably Ice Beam, this is probably Thunderbolt, this is probably Fire Blast, or Flamethrower, probably Flamethrower, actually, and, Double Team? And then a bunch of berries. And also leftovers. Bunch of actually hold items. Choice Band. Scope Lens. Good one, but Choice Band. Oh. Choice Band players in this day and age? Who's going to be fighting them? So, at least here is... I mean, leftovers is, yeah, where it's at. So, but yeah, at the very least, you can at least train here now, so that's okay. And bonus points, we can save. Not because I want to end the stream, there's a couple of things I want to check out first. We'll go until the half-hour mark. I'm driving these until 2.5 hours, might as well. But listen, man. Listen, man. You see the gift horse, you know you gotta use it. The question is, who do I use? Because I was kind of liking Hitmontop. I do like the dynamic of having a water type and an electric type going on. I do like Ampharos, but he is a bit slow. That's my only gripe. Entei fills my fire type niche, but at what cost? The cost is this. And I feel like Hitmontop actually would be really neat, because I just look at his stats and go, wow! That's actually fairly good compared to most of the other ones I have. I'm trying to normalize for, you know, the fact that he's level 38, so he's higher level. It is a bunch of Pokemon to purify, and they're not really getting any purifier. You know what? Actually, let's be a little bit. How would he put it? We'll keep the Entei in the party, but let's. Do I switch out Umbreon? I'm gonna switch out Umbreon just for a hot second, just for the next like a little bit. Even though I know I think you only get 3 boxes, but you also only will catch 40 Pokemon. Yeah, exactly. You're not really... There's not really much, like, need for more boxes. So, we shall keep it going for the moment. But here we go. So I think... Let's go back to Agate Village. Well, yeah, you're not catching a full Pokédex in this game, you're only catching, a handful. Oh, Miri, I heard there was a big commotion on Mount Battle. Egon's worried sick about you. Quick, hurry home and reassure him yourself and tell. Oh my gosh, okay. But yeah, no, there's only a limited number of Pokemon in this game. I wonder what's all that about. Someone built a laboratory out in the desert. Why would anyone be out there? There's only sand. No, I'm not hurt. Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, Miriam, Biendeo, it's good to see you back. So how goes it? Have you transferred the credits at Raid Map?
Nah.
No, you shouldn't joke that way. So how goes it?
Oh, jeez. Exactly. Well, they didn't catch them all in this game, so...
So Vander convert the time food upon you. Then what are you waiting for? Depart for the Relic Forest and summon Celebi at once. I wonder what will happen. I find it quite exciting. Oh, and also, may I have the number of your Pedia thing?
Okay, he's gonna call me. This makes us pen pals. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, I believe you can transfer all the Pokemon from this game into Ruby Sapphire and the other ones in Gen 3. And it's good fun as well because all of your Shadow Pokemon will indeed have their Clearing All Difficulties ribbon. Which is kind of fun. So that's how you know they came from this game. And you can't exchange them while they're Shadow Pokemon. That is one thing. So I believe with the flu, if we go back to the thingy with the stuff in the thingy. It's a long walk. It's a long walk to the top. You want a sausage roll? I don't know what's the line. But yeah, hopefully Guitar Hero will be done soon. So it's not doing anything now, but if I go into my items, I think. Did I even have to be here, or should I have just used the... Is the flute not in my... Oh, there it is. You can't use it now? Am I not meant to use it right now? I don't know. I'm meant to use it now, I guess. I don't know. I thought we could use it now. I don't remember this game. Preface, anyone who's watching this stream and hasn't watched me before. I've not played this game in 20 years. I don't remember a ton about it. I'm playing through it very casually. But I do know you gotta catch them all, so... Or at least all the ones you can, of course. Okay, well, let's head back to Pirate Town. Also, them referring to the lab. That's the hideout that we need to go to, so... But we did fix this town, and by fix this town, I mean, everything looks like level 7 of the Bugs Life game. Deep under the ground, a swirling black cloud. That black whirlpool of smoke is the new enemy. You're really just telling me that. Oh well. But I don't think there's really anything... Yeah, there's nothing really to see or do here. So, I don't know, maybe... Should we do a double take? Yeah, let's do a double take against that one guy. Why not? Let's have round 2. I feel like my team is a bit stronger. And by a bit stronger, I mean a tiny bit. So we should have a decent bout against that one trainer. What did he have? Right off the beginning. I've completely forgotten what he had off the from the beginning. But we shall just save at the place here. And we'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. Oh, hi there. I didn't even realize we had another scene here. It's big news, you see, Chief. There's talk that there's a mysterious syndicate poised to take over the world. Chief, you're not the chief. That story isn't new. Why your reports are out of date all the time? Is he really just going to do that every time? Because, I mean, this is his conversation last time. Oh, no, we gave him my phone number. Okay. Why are we giving everyone our phone number all of a sudden? Why were we not doing that earlier? I mean, I freed all the prisoners. And by freed all the prisoners, I mean these guys don't want to get out. Hold on. Can I open the door? No, I'm just going to keep talking to them. Never mind. Okay. Well, okay. Let's save and let's give that one guy at the beginning a trounce for his money. It's kind of weird as well. That was only after 10 battles, so... Who knows? Maybe I'm strong all of a sudden. Actually, not 10 battles. Like, 15 battles. We had a few in the, Agate Village. But I hope you see kind of how this game emerges. I like the way that it opens up in some way. Although, not having wild Pokemon makes it a very interesting adventure. Because you don't really have, I guess a plan. Like, you take what you get. Hi there. Had I not fought you before? What? Had I not fought this guy earlier? Also, either is Pokemon level 40 all of a sudden? Am I getting caught out all of a sudden? I didn't have to refight them a moment ago. But sure, yeah, I guess. We'll take them on. Sure. Also, am I getting bit by two flies in one turn? Excuse me? I can see the writing on the wall, by the way. I'm not keeping Meganium out on this one. Anyway, let's let's keep on going. There you go. Entei will take the hits. It's really taking them. That means Meganium would have taken both of those hits. You know, a part of me feels like we're not even going to fight level 40s in the next area. So, like, maybe it's not worth it right away to, like, go here. I mean, he's only got 2 Pokemon, so them being level 40 isn't too much a deal. I don't know. We'll take a quick poll. Also, oh my gosh, kicking Entei's butt. Mostly because he's using Fly every turn. Me not using Ampharos. I know, I know. Well, I'll call Entei back, because, we'll get the experience later. And, I'll just slam him. Give him a slam. Yeah, I feel like maybe we'll come back here later, when, we've got, well, I guess, I don't know, it feels odd to me that suddenly, like, they're now into level 40. Especially as well, the trainer that I do need to fight at the end isn't that strong. I mean, it's not, well, he's in the... Oh my goodness, give me a turn, please. He's cheeky. You know what's the worst feeling? When, you've got a Pokemon that's using these 2-turn attacks, and they're on par with your speed, so they can casually roll for speed after you when they when they attack, but before you when they fly up. Oh my goodness, it's like the Protect spam, the Dig spam. We are in a fight, we're in a game full of this. A game full of these 2-turn attacks. Ah, pain. It has been a bit of a struggle, but you know what? It's been a good struggle. Like, we're getting progress. It's all good. I think I said originally that, like, I intend for this to be a 6-stream game, and so hopefully that actually, ends just in time for that, that one misaligned stream. Yeah, why are we fighting you again? Does this other person want to fight? If there's a fight you'll want, there's a fight you'll get. I mean, at least you got that there to help you out. Yeah, they are fighting again. Had anyone ever realized that you can fight these people again? But yeah, I'm just kind of scrubbing through, like, trying to find... Because, yeah, the one achievement comment says, like, he vanishes after the player has defeated Evice. If he has not been battled by the time Firma and Wreath take residence in the cave, he will disappear. And then everyone going like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize he's got level 40 Pokemon. But like, at what point in the game are these people for it? Is this not the end of the game? Yeah, Evice is literally the final boss. So I don't know, like, I've got the opportunity to fight him at any point really. But it is kind of interesting that they're there. And also on top of that, stuff your level limits. I don't care that he's level 40. I'm going to take him on. Or 38, I guess. But I feel like this is probably for a tad bit later. This didn't happen. Do. So in that case, let's just, well, I'll heal up again, and then we'll navigate to the new place, and I'll check it out for a hot moment. We won't make complete progress this stream, but certainly we will give it a check out. And giving a check out is all you need to worry about. So let's Savi Gami, and we'll wander back over there. But yeah, no, I'm feeling like, this area is probably a tad bit stronger than I expect. Also, as well, as I just glanced at the Bulbapedia list. So for reference, yeah, the final boss is, I think, like level 50. Okay, kind of 60 actually. He's got a bunch of level 60s. And it's weird as well because the trainer before has like mid 50s. So I mean, that's sort of a champion kind of move there. And then everyone's level 50. So yeah, think of it like, maybe actually, yeah, think of it like the Elite Four. So anyway, we got a mystery lab. Oh my gosh, an email from my email computer device. Let me check it out. We've just apprehended a pair of thugs we believe to be Mirror B's underlings. We may be able to lean on them for information. Did I just come back here just to learn that I can't come here? Oh, if only I had a key. Wait. The jail key? That's the key to the jail. I don't suppose the F key is it? Nope. Okay, cool. I'm going back to Pyrote Town. I was just there, guys. Don't you always hate that about some RPGs? They're always just a bit, you go to one place and suddenly you have to backtrack somewhere else and it's like, oh my gosh. I haven't spilled the beans. Okay. Oh, they're probably... They split them up. You were in different cells earlier. I guess I can open this jail cell. It's all your fault. Elevator going down. Oh, a key. Oops, I dropped the lift key. Oh, elevator key. You went and checked out the lab? What could it be? I don't know what's going on at the lab. I'm just gonna free them all. Those voices sound familiar. It's kind of weird you can open the cell. That's fine. Alright, well, we got the key. So now I'll back up because literally I needed a key. You know what I mean? It's like I had to go there to get told I need to come back to the Pirate Town to come back here every time. Back to the lab again. Just to use the elevator key? Well, that's not quite it. I mean, I don't need to read this, so... Also, I'm an idiot. Yeah, I'm glad, I just glanced over, I'm like... Elevator key. Where have I seen an elevator? Perhaps if they were telling me about an elevator that I could access at some point. How could I be so callous? Which means I actually might have needed to fight that person at some point. Just kind of interesting. Hi there, person. Just chilling there. I don't know if those people level scale, depending on what point in the game you're at. But given that these guys have all changed their teams, and just for reference, I have to fight her again! We were just there! You want your butt kicked again? Did I just out of order the game a little bit and it didn't know what to do? I'm curious. If anyone knows this game in and out, please tell me if I did something like that. It doesn't feel very likely, but I'm just kind of curious. Back for revenge. Exactly. Look, it's easy experience. It's easy money. I was gonna say, Bulbapedia lists this person specifically as a trainer and like this updated team, and no one else. But obviously, at the beginning of the stream, no one updated their teams to get to the end. So it's like, the trainer at the end has changed, and he's clearly got a team that will annihilate you, but they didn't update the other trainers until I beaten Mount Battle, but not after getting the key that allows me to continue, but also that key, I believe I only need to go here. You know what I mean? Like, what's with the triggers? What are we checking here? Oh, he's a gusty boy. That's fine, we're all good. Meganium is my bro. Now all I hope is I can hit the heal without having to worry about anything. Having the experience share is also nice just because Ampharos is definitely bulking up in the back there. This didn't happen again! What level is Ampharos at right now? 36? Yeah, 36, yeah. Jeez. So if I can casually sneak past this guy, never mind. We really need to fight this guy again. Oh my goodness. Rematch of the two people. Are they gonna fight me every time I go in this room as well, or is it just like, just this? It feels so odd that they're doing this to me. Don't they know I've got places to be? I feel like they're both about to use fly in, so me using surf here is a bit for naught. 1, flying up. 2, flying up. I should have used amnesia, but they're also not going to attack me there. Anyway, let's get Talo with the Thunderbolt. Oh well. Other than that, I don't really have any, like, big news or big things in the world. There's not really much. I think we're chilling on a February, early February. Very nice, by the way. This is why Ampharos is great. This ability is amazing because it's just like, oh, whoops, now you're paralyzed. I love it. I think they do it on any physical attack as well, so. But yeah. Hardware news is a bit slow. We're sort of getting the soft confirmations that anyone getting hyped for an Nvidia supercard is probably not... It's not going to happen. Also, I did see... This one's one. I saw someone link a report that apparently Nvidia might not even release the... would it be Rubin? I guess the next generation? Or is Rubin kind of like Hopper, where they're only releasing it for server and then they're sort of doing another generation and that will be in desktop cards? I'm not too sure if that's going to be the case. But whatever, the 6000 series, that they might not release them in 2027. And I think I saw someone say this quote is probably out of context because by 2027 they meant financial year 2027, and I didn't even realize this. In Australia, it's such a hard convention that everyone does their financial years from July to June, because then everyone does their taxes at the same time. But apparently in America, it's whenever. So I was reading the Nintendo company update, financial update for quarter 3. Because December is the end of their quarter 3. So they do their financial year from April onwards. Okay, excuse me, you're gonna need to move slightly. The door is locked. If only there was an elevator key that I could use. But Nvidia's financial year is actually February to January. So when they say they might miss 2027, financial year 2027 has just started. It means that they have 12 months from now to release those cards. Hi there. Welcome to the Under. Oh, wait a second. It's been a long time since anyone came down here. Oh, yeah. Who are you following me? Look, it's kind of the same music, but not quite. It is a town, though. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's time for the Undertime again today. Without further ado, let's bring out that special someone we've all been waiting for. Lady Venus, please. Hi, everyone. It's me, your Venus. Everyone's Venus. That's me. I have something terribly important to share with you today. I'm giving her this kind of voice for some reason. It's horrid. There are spies right here in the Under. Can you imagine? We don't really know all the details, but if you see anyone suspicious, please let us know. Everyone, please, I'm counting on you. We need you to get lots of information for it. This sounds like it hurts, but it doesn't right now, but it might later. It's like how Marge Simpson, her voice actress, is just Too much Marge Simpson is not good for your voice.
No way! They know that we came here already? Biendeo, we're gonna have to be cautious.
Well, as long as no one fights us right away. It's gotta be you! Yeah. You wouldn't admit that you are, would you? Oh, see? There you go. You're right, you don't look like... Well, never mind. Never mind, I guess. Look at this person on a roof that I can't access. They're spies, isn't that cool? Very cautious. I guess that's not a door. Am I even meant to walk around here? Probably. Hi there. You come into... Yeah, I did. I'll test you. Oh, okay. Zada. But yeah. No, so anyway, I think the, And honestly, it is an offhand comment from someone who works at Nvidia. It doesn't necessarily mean that they have a full insight as to what's going on. Especially, 12 months is a long time. Even longer is actually a long time as well. So certainly, I feel like we'll know closer to the end of, or I guess January, whether these cards will really come out. Knowing this, though, if this guy said they might miss the financial year release, just note that Blackwell didn't come out until January 30, 2025. They just rolled out these cards 2 days before the financial year ended, and they obviously sold a fair bit. But yeah, like that would have been an example where they nearly missed the financial year. So honestly, if they get like early February, you know, it probably won't mean too much. Oh, the quad weakness to grass always hurts. Hopefully we've got some opportunities to level up some Pokemon on this, in this battle. We got 4 of them as well, jeez. Worst part, I don't even think Oddish really should be dealing that much. Well, Oddish shouldn't really be that much of a threat, but it's just the fact that it's a grass type, and I really should have prepped around that one. Just seen, oh look, grass type. Jigglypuff. It's not Charles Leclerc's favorite Pokemon. They had a 60-second ad spot for the Super Bowl, and they spent 4 of it singing the Jigglypuff tune. Also, I saw someone make a fun comment that, yeah, oh, I said that right, didn't I? I got short-term memory. Oh, there was a Super Bowl ad for Pokemon, but it was just like generically like, isn't Pokemon great? And Charles Leclerc was in the ad, talking about how Arcanine's his favorite Pokemon. Also, then my sister told me, "Did you not recognize Lady Gaga?" And I was like, "Oh." Yeah, you can give it a look, yeah. But yeah, someone noted that, there was, I saw a compilation of, like, ads, and there was one for, like, I think it was, like, an anti-hate agency or something like that, and they immediately privated the ad. They were like, nah, man, we ain't dealing with this anymore. People saw the ad, we said our piece, and that's it. And Jigglypuff is dead, by the way. But I saw someone make a comment, which was the ad, like, the average Super Bowl ad, 30 seconds, costs about $8 million US to air because it's such a competed spot. And so having a 1-minute ad probably would have cost 16 million, maybe. And someone noted, and it might not be an accurate figure, but like an early... also, it's nice you can get lemonades here, because lemonades are a very solid healing item, although you're kind of at that point where lemonades stop being full heals, or full restores at this point. You know, like, all my Pokemon have more than 80 health. Entei's got way more than 80. It's just out in the middle here. What's it doing? So if you extrapolate that an ad that's double that length would cost 16 million, there was an earlier report that said Pokemon Legends ZA cost $13 million to produce. Like, just the raw development costs. Which means that that singular ad spot costs more than that entire game. Oh yeah, meanwhile, 3 Hyper Potions here. I'm not sure if that's entirely an accurate figure, and obviously Pokemon, you know, spends a lot on advertising. Also, 13 million is not a very high budget for $1,000 bucks. Oh my gosh, jeez. I'd rather go back upstairs and use the machine. Seriously, these trainers are not even giving anywhere near that much money out of reward. That's a bit painful. Yeah, as long as I can save the game. Also, did I just do that and not go up the stairs as if, like, going upstairs is too taboo? Oh, look, a computer. Oop, hi. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's time for the undertime. Again! Lady Venus, please.
Hi everyone, it's me, your Venus. Everyone's Venus. That's me. I'm very disappointed the spies haven't been caught yet. Can you imagine? Everyone, please, I'm counting on you for more cooperation.
And that was Lady Venus. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for watching. Please do tune in again. Oh my gosh. Alright, so here's the plan. What I do if I spot a spy, I'll clear the area and shout real loudly to startle the spy. While the spy's startled, you jump him and subdue him. How's that for a plan? Oh, what do you two want? We're having an important chat here. Oh. What is that I'm your Venus shtick? It's revolting. What? What? Excuse me, Mr. 180. As in he literally turned 180. But yeah. Super Bowl ads are always an American pastime, I feel. We do have the big spot, I think generally around the AFL Grand Final. Australian advertisers will usually... Wow. Rip me, I guess. I'll test the opposition. Oh, jeez. Okay. Gurks. Gurks. You got Magikarp and Phoebus, bro. What are you doing? What are you doing? I don't think he's got a strategy. No shadow Pokemon though, I tell ya. But yeah, no, yeah, we don't... I don't think we go as overboard, and also on top of that, American football is so stop-starty and goes on for a very long amount of time. The AFL Grand Final is fairly alright, although it's a bit of a combat sport, man. Like, legit, you look at it and go, oh my gosh, jeez. America, it's a good band. I don't think I've heard of that band, actually. He's got Splash. He's got Splash. Look out, he's got a Splash. Also, biblically accurate whale lord size. Hold on, I haven't heard of that. What? Is there a song of theirs I might have heard of? Hold on. Also, as I go to Reiki music, Fred Smith Pass as well. Missed that one. I don't think I've heard of this one. Actually, I think I've heard Honestly. I think I've heard Honestly. It's very interesting when you do get a band that's like mostly one album. Like, I see that, you know, there's a 2016 and a 2019 sort of revival there, but it's like, yeah, like, you know, it was just one album. And an EP, I know. And a live album last year. Whoa. There you go. Is that a cover of Comfortably Numb? Or is that its own song called Uncomfortably Numb? Ooh. So we got a rugby in Australia. If you don't like football, you got one sport over. I don't know. Rugby league has had its ways. Whale Lord has a bit of health, but he's not the bulkiest, especially to a grass type attack. Good. Aussie footy. No, yeah, legit. If you ever get a glimpse of Aussie rules footy, it's a good time. He just wants that shadow Pokemon. Actually, I should probably back up and save before I enter that room. We got a computer right here. Yeah, that's the one thing about the shadow Pokemon, is that you're like, ooh, I don't want to miss anything. And so you're always sort of tethering yourself to a save point. And the sequel lets you save from anywhere, but it appears my grandchild recently joined something called the Kids Grid. Since then, I get this feeling that parts have been slowly disappearing from the shop. Oh, hi there. Where's this railway supposed to go? Everyone likes a good old train, don't they? Oh, hi there. Oh, sheesh! What should I do? I have to make a delivery, but I'm still not done cleaning. Hey, wait. Oh! Aren't you Biendeo and Muriel? How do you know who we are? I thought so. This makes things easy. Please, can I get you to deliver this part to Net's house? Oh, trains? The power-up part. But wait. Just tell Net that it's from Purr. He'll tell you the details. Net's house is the one with the big rotating antenna dish. You'll know which one as soon as you see it. Oh. Well, how convenient. Okay, sure. I love errands. I love fetch quests. There we go. So I'd probably say... Oh, never mind, we've got a cutscene.
Venus, what is your situation?
Well, a couple of mice appear to be running loose, Nazgul, but it's nothing to worry about. We'll catch them right away. Pulverize and mash them up.
Fine. The priority is to distribute Shadow Pokemon. Don't forget. As for you, Ein, hurry, complete the Shadow Pokemon's development as soon as possible. Your trust will not be misplaced, Master Nazgul. Already sufficient Shadow Pokemon battle data has been gathered from our minions. My masterpiece, the most powerful Shadow Pokemon in history, shall soon be ready. Good. I will be waiting for good news. That is all. Now, it is time we return to the lab and put on the finishing touches.
Okay, sure, yeah. There he goes.
Come, back to the lab again.
He said it. There was no reason he even had to stop for that line of dialogue. He really could have just said that. There we go. I think that's a perfect place to call it, though. We got to set up for the next stream. We got this area that we can eventually visit in full. I only caught 2 Pokemon, did I? It was a bit of a struggle, wasn't it? But we got there in the end. We got 2 evolutions early on. The whole Mount Battle and stuff. Yeah, trying to figure out what's a good team to roll, but you can see that Hitmontop is like still halfway, and Entei is still most of the way. I'm actually curious if Entei is even longer because he's, I guess, a big Pokemon, big powerful one, or it's just because I just caught him like 30 minutes ago. But anyway, we'll call it there. So with that, I would like to thank you so very, very much for watching. If you enjoyed the stream, or you didn't enjoy it, that's fine still. You can follow on Twitch, where there'll be a stream, 8:30 PM Australian Eastern Daylight Time still. We've still got another 2 months of daylight saving, so that's all good. If you missed parts of this, it'll be on YouTube. The old streams are all on YouTube as well, including all the way back to the yonder year of 2019. Oh, 2019? 2020. Ooh. As well as, if you want, really old YouTube stuff. That might still be there, so that's all good. You can follow on the Fediverse, where I might say some things sometimes. I don't think I mentioned the Linux thing. I was keeping on the down low until I figured stuff out. But I'm a quitter. I gave up, and I really need to not quit, I guess. So, that's all good. Other than that, yeah, stay safe, eat your greens. Don't stay up too late. Brace yourselves for when the Wii rollout happens in a handful of weeks. It's still a month and a bit away, but... listen, I'm going to get this Katahara stuff done by then. That's going to be good, so that's all good. Anyways, have a good one, peeps. See ya.